Welcome to week eight of 8 weeks, 2 months of Fallout New Orre. I am your host and evil mastermind DM Bucky, and these are my lovely players. So let's see. Last week. Let's see, where did we start last week's session? Yes, we started last week's session with Quinn and Spark making the decision to very, very heavily disguise Spark in the wake of her brother finding her. And essentially, Andrea, would you like to describe the new disguise?
You can. I'm a bit distracted because I don't have anything open, apparently.
Fair enough.
I am off my game.
Okay, well, I don't have it on hand, but like the most I remember is like they basically cut Spark's hair, messed with her clothes a bit, and got her to look like, oh my god, we have a fan named Chaos Ferret. I love you. Anyways.
Yeah, Chaos Ferret used to be, I believe Chaos Ferret was a regular back in FID, but we don't see Ferret around here very often, so hi. And also hi Dullred, who is new to the stream.
Yay! Alright, so, they basically made Spark look like a wasteland greaser, like, with all the grease marks on her face and clothes and all that kind of stuff, so, they did a pretty good disguise for Spark, right down to figuring out how to change the way she walks by messing with her shoes, even. So, they feel pretty set with her, and so as
we also
such,
covered up a scent.
Oh yes, and covered up Spark's scent as best as possible. So then, let's see, what happened next? Yes, they were contemplating throwing away all of Cholet's stuff that Quinn got a hold of, and at which point, Spark noticed that Quinn had obtained Cholet's Megastone, which was basically a death sentence for all of them because Cholet fucking wants that stone. So Spark ran out of Jake's shop and threw the Megastone down into the Under, where hopefully a slaver or some kind of horrible person will obtain it and then promptly be eaten by Cholet's Houndoom. Next up, Spark was asking Quinn if Cholet had any Pokemon on him. I made the terrible mistake of rolling for it. There was a 9% chance of there being a Pokemon, and I rolled a 6. So, then, so I said, yes, there is, in fact, a Pokemon on him. At which point, I believe Jury, in the stream chat, was asking, is it a hybrid? Is it a hybrid? And I was like, sure, I'll roll for it. And I gave it a 5% chance and rolled a 4. Yes, I hate myself.
Love you too, Bucky.
Bucky has regrets. He knows what it is to be a DM.
Anyways, so it turned out when they released it to see what it was, that it was a Cubone and Vulpix fusion. And they brought her back to Jake's shop to, try to calm her down and make sure she doesn't feel overwhelmed or scared. But when they let her out next to her food bowl, it turns out she is absolutely terrified of everything. Like, she was very clearly severely emotionally abused. She is a precious baby and needs to be protected at all times. So it took her a while to warm up to the party, and she's still not entirely warmed up, but it's
But she's a fire type. She has to be warm.
Damn you.
I'll be good.
No, it's fine, Dally. That was pretty good.
Isn't she also, though, a rock type?
Ground. No, she's
ground.
She's fire ground, yes.
Never mind, I was going to make a joke, but it doesn't work now.
I hate all of you. And, like, just so you know, my feigned agony is entirely feigned. I do love you all, and I am immensely entertained by everything. Skull Kitsune just needs to go out and steal Majora's Mask. Oh god, if I fucking gave you guys Majora's Mask.
Shit, what
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure somewhere in the Game of Thrones thing, I'm sure there's a way to make something of equivalent power.
Well, I'm just sitting here, like, thinking, you know what? There's the Dunwich building in Fallout 3 and the Dunwich Borers in Fallout 4. So, you know what? Let's go for an Eldritch Abomination artifact.
Well, here's the thing. It's also pretty solid that magic exists in the Pokemon world, so it's not that surprising.
Yeah.
So you get Eldritch Abominations in Pokemon. So...
Jury, hi Jury. I was just telling everyone about how you ruined everything.
We love you, Jury.
By asking for a hybrid, and how I then ruined everything by rolling for it.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it makes sense because she had mentioned like a few days before she left that she found them interesting.
It really does make a lot of sense that he had one on him and that he would use it as a bribe. So admittedly, it did work out well, but I'm still bitter.
Jury says she has 0 regrets.
Good.
And as I've stated before, somehow the dice just seem to know.
They know.
Yeah, they just seem to know.
No.
But I would like to point out that before today, actually, Bucky had said nothing about using the other supplements in this series of books. So
Yes,
we were just using the main book. He has now stated that we are allowed to use both the sci-fi and the fantasy book.
I think Bucky already gave us those.
Yeah,
we had those. Just none of us thought to look through.
I actually did.
Oh.
Yeah, I took something. I took something from the Game of Thrones one. I took an arcane weapon. That's what my bug net is.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't realize that.
I did not know.
I'm sorry.
Bucky gave us what am I trying to say? Yes, those were always an option, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't make that clear enough, but in any case, yes, absolutely do use the sci-fi and fantasy books if you want to. You may, in a few cases, have to justify it to me, but I'm very flexible given the setting. So,
well, considering Candy Hammer, I think you're gonna regret it.
You know what? I could just not give you rare candies.
True, but you have to remember there's 2 entire books we're looking at. You can't deny us everything.
Fine, you can make the fucking candy hammer.
I'm not gonna make it. I don't want it. I just think it's funny.
I'm gonna make it and I'm gonna give it to Layla.
It does candy damage.
Exactly.
The candy hammer. It's just, I just imagine we use some magic power to open up a portal. We reach in, grab the candy hammer, we pull it out, and somewhere in Adventure Time, the land of Ooh, someone just stole my hammer.
I want to cry, but I have no tears.
Incidentally, I think... Oh, hi, Bubba. I think I'm actually the only one who doesn't particularly care about the candy hammer.
I just find it
she's
funny.
The one I'm planning on giving it to.
I don't want it. It'd be stupid because since Quinn is one-handed anyway.
Hannah? Hannah, are you talking? Because I can't hear you.
Is Hannah's microphone thingying?
Like, I thought I heard her voice, but it might have been an echo.
Hello?
Hello, Hannah. We can hear you now, I think. We weren't sure if you were talking before or not. Oh.
You're very quiet.
Really quiet.
Is your computer using the correct mic input? Can't hear you, Hannah. And yes, the candy hammer does candy type damage, which is just neutral to all types.
Hannah says, I'm using a new mic. I don't think my computer likes it.
That would seem to be the case, yes. Possibly go into settings and turn up the gain? That's what I had to do with mine.
Hello?
Hello?
There we go.
Okay, I just told it to ignore the microphone in my headset.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Alright.
That might have been it, because we can hear you perfectly now. Hooray.
Sorry if we've talked over you about stuff.
No, it's fine.
Maybe we should go with Jolene the Candy Hammer since she is a cook.
No.
Oh my god! Hold on, Jolene smashing things with it. No, I'm not promoting this!
I'll smash it with a hammer!
It's
Brilliant, I tell you. Genius, I say.
Bucky, that is a moment that you remember in your DM career of the like, oh shit, that would be a great idea. Wait, why am I helping you?
It's kind of like Dave helping me figure out how to name our matey.
It's like, well, I'm
Dave
not
is
sure
just
why.
like...
Uh,
Dave's just like, why am I encouraging this nonsense?
Dave has had moments of, what did I do? Oh dear.
he will both learn to regret and love our group.
I should warn you, he is not going to take as much shit as the rest of us.
Understood.
There will be consequences to the really ridiculous stuff we do.
Still haven't gotten to mine yet, so...
So what you're saying is I can't just put pants on my head.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you can, but I'm
You're
not
a
sure it would
robot.
help.
That makes it better. I'm a robot, but anyways,
Going back to
God,
this game.
we derailed. Where was I? Yes. So Cadis, the Q-Pix, did eventually warm up to Spark. Not entirely, but instead they
working
let
on
up.
That
Lukewarm
reminds
at
me,
best.
What's our like loyalty status and stuff? Like, how is that working for the Pokemon who aren't maxed out already?
Your starters are all 6, as you know, and I believe starting loyalty for Pokemon that don't start out hating you or disliking you is 2? I thought it was 3, Eli.
I think it's 3.
2
I think
is
it was
basically
3.
fresh caught.
Okay.
That's fair, yeah, alright. So the Pokemon you freshly caught are all 2. Except Plo, who's gonna start at 4 because, you know, he imprinted.
Yeah, okay, so...
I know that is it's a little uncomfortable for me to say that since it's kind of giving Andrea a bit of an advantage, but loyalty...
It's alright, it makes sense. And it's completely in character with what Togepi's do.
Yeah,
Flo just imprinted on Spark and Deathass.
Trying to deal with the fact that she's got a level 1 Pokemon, so like...
Yeah,
Fair. Like, and like loyalty doesn't really do that much anyways. The only time loyalty really affects anything is evolution, for some Pokemon. And shit, hold on. Oh yes, and if your loyalty is extremely low, you have to roll for them to not disobey you in combat or and stuff like that.
You need to have at least 3 more badges to train me, motherfucker.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the only time loyalty really affects anything, so I feel relatively comfortable letting Plo start out with higher loyalty, especially since he is level 1. Good luck with that.
I just like to kind of go, well, the plus side is you have 4 loyalty. The downside is he's level 1 and can only say death ass.
yeah.
Oh,
Blame
Hannah,
Iolana for this.
Hannah, I didn't tell you about that. Plo can only say a few words at a time thus far. He said he called Spark Ma, and at one point Iolana called Eggsy Death Ass. So now Plo is following Eggsy around shouting Death Ass.
That sounds exactly like a baby Pokemon, yes.
So, yes, the note of Plo, yeah. After, Cadis felt comfortable enough to travel, the group said bye to Jake and left Pyrite Town, while they were camping for the night at the bottom of the lake, so just south of Phoenix City, Plo hatched. He is a fire Togepi. And then the next day, everyone went back to Phoenix City, and let's see, Leilani reunited with Rachel. Layla reunited with her family. If you have all seen the comic with the Zubats, like all piling on Red as he walks into the cave, that is a visual representation of Layla's family, except the Zubats are all women and girls and Pokemon in their family. So, Zero, here I'll type out the name. So let's see. And Layla brought all of her new friends, aka the party, home to meet her family and explained what happened at Gadion Port. In the process of this, Layla was like, so can I... Oh my god, that's adorable, Zero. And so in the process of this, Layla was essentially like... so can I go rescue a Mew from Death Mountain, Mount Battle? And her mothers were like, absolutely fucking not. So,
although they don't actually swear in front of their children.
Yeah, they don't.
The fucking was implied.
The fucking was implied.
That's a sentence I never thought I'd say.
I've definitely said
That's basically how it is with all my partners, actually.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Mature rating on this channel, yep.
It's never gonna go away.
The fucking is implied.
Oh my god. Anyways. So after a bit of an argument, Layla's mothers decided that everyone needed to cool down, so they asked Layla to go out and buy some food for dinner that night. So Layla went out with Quinn and Spark. While they were out, Leilani got in an argument with, with Layla's mother, Cicely, and Cicely got very upset and stormed off, and for unknown reasons. And Leilani was very frustrated that he could not seem to communicate with these women, because even though they give their word that they will talk about it later, and even though out of character you all do know that these are good people who will keep their word, Leilani doesn't trust that because of his history in the vault, where the overseer doesn't tell him shit. Meanwhile, back out in the marketplace, the group out there hears a commotion by the gates, checks it out, and Jake stumbles into Phoenix City beat up as hell. They escorted him back to Layla's home, where Lyra tended to him, and Hannah was absent last week, but she told me that Jolene would have been helping Lyra at this time. So we'll just, add that in as a thing that happened. And Layla was very upset by this. And at some point, as a result, Layla's sister Ariel came out and convinced Layla's mother to at least let her outside the city. She does not have permission to go to Mount Battle, but she does have permission to leave the city, which is better than what they had before.
To attempt to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Oh no, what is Jury doing?
Please don't catch them all. That's so many.
Hannah, I have caught them all.
Well, technically in this world, technically in this world, there are billions.
Oh yeah. Like,
so
because there's so many different types of fusions and mutations, and like there's just, God, thousands upon thousands of different possible combinations. So, and
I can do the math real quick. I'll
please no. Please, no.
I want to know now.
I don't. It's too painful. Jury!
What did Jury do?
It's a very Clark quote, isn't it?
Yep, I am going to name my Charmander Clark.
Good.
I get one.
Just gonna calmly eat this.
I'm so angry. Not actually angry. Brownie in a cup. Anyways.
Oh,
Don't you bring out that list. She brought out the list.
452.
Of course. Anyways.
End the game before she can get to the end of the list.
Like, literally, there's one Pokemon left, and I'm like, game over. Anyways. So, let's see. Tending to Jake. Jake reveals that he has psychic powers, and that is at least part of the reason why Sholei came after him. Because initially Spark was like, oh, it's all my fault, and Jake was like, no, he was coming after me anyways, because I have psychic powers. Didn't want to tell you guys, because you'd think I'm a freak, but there you have it. So everyone's very upset, particularly Leilani, who takes off outside and runs laps around Phoenix, the inside of Phoenix City, until he falls to the ground, vomits, and passes out. At which point, Capono and Iolana rolled him back to Rachel's house with the help of Flower.
Leilani's a dignified person.
Leilani knows exactly how to work out in the healthiest way possible.
Obviously.
So healthy.
So healthy. And when he got back to Rachel's house, he woke up, sat up, grabbed Rachel's arm, and said, "How can I get stronger?" And Rachel was like, "I don't fucking know." And Leilani's like, and passed back out. So that was interesting. So I think we ended the session with, after the argument with Layla's mothers, everyone went to bed, did their own thing, had dinner, Pokemon chasing each other around for pancakes, all that fun stuff. So we can begin the session on the next morning.
You said I could work on the thing over the net, right?
Like I told you, starting this morning, you have 3 in-game days to complete it. Not as in like a time limit, but that's how long it's going to take.
Okay. So Spark would have spent all last night working on it. Yep. So if anyone walks into the kitchen of Layla's house, Spark is asleep on a table, face, like her whole head and arms are like that, surrounded by a bunch of metal, plastics, and such.
And screws and rubbers and cloth, like a little bits of cloth and springs.
I come in and place a cup of tea very gently next to Spark's arm. And then wander back out.
Hang on.
Oh my god. You're so cute.
Don't actually drink from it, doofus.
It has a brownie in it.
Exactly!
I didn't actually drink, I just made it look like it.
Okay, just making sure.
Don't try to drink a brownie.
No, it's a bit dry for that.
Try to drink
Listen,
a brownie.
son,
Got
if I could drink brownies.
Okay. So I did the math.
Hunter.
What?
I broke the calculator.
What'd you do?
What did you do, you dumbass?
No, that's how big the number is. I can't even get an accurate number. It
The
just
number
has.
of what?
Are you using a computer calculator?
It's like,
Yes.
Is it like to the power of something?
Yeah, it's to the power of 18.
What kind of calculator? No, wait.
What are we mathing?
What are you trying to figure out?
It's trying to figure out how many possible different types of Pokemon there are in this world.
Where the hell did my calculator
721. So 721. Do the math for all possible fusions, and then do the math for all possible type changes amongst those the 721 Pokemon, and then add those two together. It is to the 18th power. Oh my god.
And Hunter, that's not even
No.
counting the abominations like the Vions.
I was going to use my TI-89, but I have no idea where it went.
Oh my god.
It's insane.
Anyway,
God.
that notwithstanding,
Oh.
Leilani would have slept in Rachel's house, so Leilani wakes up fairly early and actually wakes up Iolana and says, Iolana, I was reading and I had an idea for how we can get stronger, but it's a little rough. Are you willing to listen to me? And Iolana just nods, looking a bit uncertain, and Leilani says, do you remember the training that they had us do back in the vault of how to detect poison? And she just cringes. Yes, I know. But I was reading through the book at some point when I woke up in the night, and I found out that there's a way for Pokemon to do that with all things that can hurt them really badly. It's called anticipation, and I think I can teach you how to do that. It won't be fun. Iolana will just knot her brow and then nod. Alright, so we can do that as part of our training today. And, for the record, that is my new ability, which is called... give me a second.
New ability?
Stupid fucking scroll. Shut up.
You're fine,
It's
dude.
called Instant Analysis. Essentially, as an extended action, Iolana will lose 2 tutor points and gain the Forewarn ability.
The fuck is a forewarn?
Eli? Can you explain it, or...
Yeah?
What's Forewarn?
Did I Zarg?
What's Forewarn?
Forewarn is an ability which essentially... Shit, I just realized I was thinking of the wrong ability this whole time. I'll just make certain I don't have the wrong idea.
Okay. Well, in any case, just adjust all of your abilities on your sheet and stuff like that. In any case, you have that conversation with Iolana. We can worry about the ability itself later. So what...
I think it's in addition to the ability she already has, not apart from.
Okay. So is there anything else you want to do with Iolana or otherwise, or shall we move back to the Hardigan-Lamont household?
Oh, okay, I found what it was. Okay, what happens with Forewarn is, in battle, Forewarn shows the opponent's move with the highest base power. If 2 or more moves are of the same base power, one will be chosen at random. So it just allows Iolana to detect the highest powered move in any Pokemon she sees.
Fair enough.
Base power, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, base
So
power.
it doesn't calculate in their abilities or stab?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just base power.
It's similar to what I was thinking of, but not exactly the same. I was thinking of anticipation.
That's fine. No worries. In any case, you had that speech with Iolana, and it still works.
Wait for it.
Patient. Okay, so is there anything else you want to do? Are you going to leave the house? Are you going to go to the Hardigan-Lamont household? Are you... anything?
Eventually, Leilani does leave the house and go to the Hardigan-Lamonts, along with Iolana and Capono, who, being a lazy shit, is presumably still sleeping.
Yeah, Capono's just on your back with his arms around your neck, like, kind of clinging to you, and, like, he is dozing, and, like, in your line of vision, you see a snot bubble, like, you know, getting bigger and shrinking.
Yeah.
It's gonna be terrible when it pops.
Mm.
It's an anime thing.
I
Yeah.
know.
But anyways. Anyways, back at the Hardigan Lamont house. So Spark is at the table, dozing, working on some sort of contraption. Jolene just gave Spark some tea and walked away. Jake is currently dozing on the couch, probably on a bunch of painkillers.
Well, that can't be comfortable. Painkillers are for taking, not for lying on. Hi.
Ugh.
I'm just gonna go.
Allie, you are so lucky you're cute.
I'm sorry.
I think everyone here is lucky.
Fun fact. Since the
I'm
the
not
people
on a roll. I'm on a bed. Sorry, go on.
Since the people I'm applying to want you to have a sense of humor, like I said, I'm doing my resume as a character sheet. Under the intimidation skill, I put pathetic, too cute, too fluffy.
Good.
So,
As you do.
anyway. So, anyways, yeah, Jake is, asleep with a bunch of painkillers in his bloodstream. Because I'm not going to say on painkillers.
Hello.
Becky, can you remind me what? No, wait, no, I don't remember what it was. Never mind.
Okay. Alright, so Eli, you said Leilani's going to the house? Or Eli said Zarg? Well, anyways, so some of the family, starts leaving their rooms and milling about and going about their day. Ariel and Gwen both come into the kitchen. Gwen kind of passes by and starts working on breakfast, and Ariel just kind of pats Spark on the head.
Ah. What was that?
Hi.
Hi. I fell asleep while working, didn't I?
Yep.
She just slowly kind of just gets up and starts taking the stuff off the table and moving it to kind of like where she had put the rest of her stuff and kind of just like hide most of it.
There we go.
And then he just slowly wakes up and then just bounds over to Spark and just kind of like tackles her. It's like, I agree, it's too early for this.
Cadis meekly follows Eggsy, like slowly, like, with her head down and shoulders hunched over. And so she walks over and she's kind of hiding behind Eggsy.
Spark is going to attempt to move Eggsy so she can kind of like let Cadis come closer, and she puts her hand on the floor again.
Cadis...
Dude, this very like half awake, so like she's got like one eye open.
Cadis, instead of coming closer to you when Eggsy is moved, she follows to stay behind him.
Cadis, it's okay. I'm just tired. No, what? I clearly did not get enough sleep. I can't do that again.
Plo toddles over with his arms spread out.
If Cadis doesn't come closer, she's just gonna pick up Plo and give him a hug.
You just hear squeaking because Togepi sounds.
Yeah.
Eggsy and Cadis, however, hear death ass!
Eggsy is just like trying to get Spark's attention, like, make him stop saying that! But of course it's just, Quill! Eggsy, what are you going on about?
And so Plo looks at Eggsy and goes, death ass?
No. Z.
E.
Z.
G.
Z.
G.
Egg.
He then throws his arms up in the air and says, "Eggy."
It's better than death ass.
And Eggsy just falls back on his back. He's like, I give up. He should just fall back so he doesn't fall on Cadus.
Yeah. Cadus, shuffles over to Eggsy's side, steps up on his tummy and curls up and lays down.
If Cadus will let her, Spark is going to try to scratch her behind the ear.
She allows it.
Okay.
So, let's see. Shit. Sorry, my kidney is still hurting. In fact, it's a little worse than it was last night. I might... Anyways. So, Lyra comes downstairs, and sits next to Jake and starts checking up on him. Does anyone respond or react?
What?
Lyra comes downstairs and sits down, pulls a chair up next to Jake, sits down and starts checking on him to make sure he's doing okay.
Well, Quinn's not there, so you can't react.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna say, by the way, real quick layout. I was imagining that Lyra and Cicely have their own room. Obviously, Gwen has a room. Dusty and Ariel share, and Madge and Layla share, and Layla has somehow made her way from her bed to Madge's bed, and they're just kind of snuggled up together, like having a lie-in.
Oh, my heart.
With their Pokemon piled on top of them.
Good. All of them.
Yes.
So, anyways, yeah, Lyra is downstairs tending to Jake. Spark and Jolene are also downstairs, so do they do anything?
Jolene's gonna go in and check on Jake as well.
He seems to be doing better. He is knocked clean out by those painkillers. The end of the world wouldn't wake him up.
Okay.
Spark is gonna actually go over to Jolene when she's a little bit more awake and say, "Hey, Jolene, can I borrow a bunch of cabbages?" Yes, borrow.
Jolene says, "All right, honey," and gives her 4 cabbages.
My cabbages!
Does Layla's house have a backyard or no?
I'm gonna say no. There aren't really yards.
They have some outdoor space, maybe?
Yeah,
I might be misremembering, but maybe that was just something Layla said I didn't confirm with you. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. I'll say that they do have a small bit of outdoor space that belongs to them, but on the whole, the town
doesn't really have gardens.
It's you might have a little garden in the back or something like that, but you don't really have a front yard per se. It just leads right to the street.
Yeah.
Well, then Spark is just gonna go take the 4 cabbages. She's gonna carry 3 of them, and Eggsy is gonna walk, bouncing one on his head.
Cadus is sitting on Eggsy's back, clinging to him.
And she's gonna walk out of the house, and if she passes Leilani, she will talk to him, but Eli is not here, so we can't have that conversation. But she's gonna walk out past the gate of the city and just kind of go over kind of close to the lake. We're not. Yeah, she's gonna go try to go out close to a gate close to the lake, and probably go quarter mile away from the gate, and is going to set up cabbages so she can train Eggsy.
How is she trained? Okay. How
Target
do the cabbages?
practice.
Oh my god. You're wasting perfectly good cabbages.
Actually, she's not, because training is a thing.
I think
I mean,
Bucky
yes.
means he could. I think Bucky means that Eggsy could practice on something other than cabbages, like I don't know,
could
tin
practice
cans.
Yeah, he could practice on something other than cabbages and eat the cabbages instead.
You just had fried cabbages when you're done.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so he'll he'll cook the cabbages with his target practice, and he will eat them. Anyways, he will eat them as a reward for a job well done.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Just if Spark did pass Leilani, let me know when I can have that conversation when he gets back.
Will do. Okay, so that's what Spark is up to. Spark's out training with Eggsy. I'll leave you to that. Quinn, what are you up to?
I sent you a message.
I saw. Are you doing anything there?
Nope. Well, I'll just send you a message and you can move on.
Okay.
Being secretive.
While he's sending me that message, Jolene, what are you up to?
I'm going to the market.
All right. So Jolene heads to the market. What are you looking for?
I am looking for antidote and military ammo bags.
Cool. You find, easy to find stuff. So yeah, you at one little shop you do find some antidotes that is going to cost you, I'm gonna say 20 caps.
Okay.
You can haggle.
I was gonna say, can I haggle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll, I'm gonna say whatever.
It's guile. like mechanics wise, it is guile.
Well, I made
Alistair
a terrible
already
mistake.
made a foolish error. 18.
I told her she can use intimidate.
Oh god.
18.
Okay. You haggle it down
What
to
the
10.
hell did I come back to?
I
Bucky
made
making his
another
first mistake of the session.
of the session.
A slight tactical error has occurred.
Okay, so you haggle it down to 10 caps. You get an antidote for 10 caps. Meanwhile, the ballistics bags are gonna be... Let's say you find them for 50 caps each.
Okay, may I haggle that as well?
Yes, you may.
$16.
40 caps each.
Fine.
Okay, actually, let's do 35 each.
All right.
So that's a pretty fair roll. So, you get all that stuff. Is there anything else you wanted to grab from the market?
Let's see.
Um,
I think
Okay, I'm sorry, but the
I think that's all for right now.
okay. What's up, Dally?
I could hear a spoon clanking on something. Sorry, it was just a bit distracting.
Yeah,
There it
is
is.
a clanking. Yeah.
I think that's Hannah.
It's me. Sorry.
No biggie. Anyways, let's get whatever Eli wants to do. And there he goes.
Really? But yeah, the moment you asked for military ammo bags, that's the first thing that popped in my head.
Nice.
We're gonna get all this stuff. We're gonna get there.
Okay.
And we're gonna realize we left it at home.
All right. Layla, is there anything you would like to do? Madge is completely sprawled out, and at some point, like, her arm just on you, like she's holding you close.
That snuggle. And she kind of grabs Sprig and cuddles her close as well.
Just a huge tangle of Pokemon and people snuggling.
Hodge is in her hair.
Like, just literally tangled up in her hair.
Yes, her hair is a nest.
Good. Let's see.
She has gone a few days without sleeping in a bed.
Fair. Okay. I think that's... Well, I want to wait until Eli's back. Preferably. So, I tell you what, I'm gonna take a real quick break just so I can go take some Tylenol.
Okay.
That's okay.
Like-
That's cool.
Yeah, like I said, it's still hurting, so I'll be right back. Sorry about this, guys.
No worries, that'll
Okay.
give me a chance to get a wheat bag.
Guys, I'm looking through the classes in the Game of Thrones. The Ice Elementalist Frost Touch has a picture of Elsa.
Good.
Also,
Good.
you need to look at these classes. They're so awesome. Oh, I'm so glad I looked at this because there wasn't really any other classes that I wanted in the base book, and all of these are so good. I think I might go Skirmisher or Dragon Specialist.
I haven't decided for sure for next one.
Well, I have a question. Bucky was saying that when we get to 20, we get a Ace class, another Ace class type, and another class.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask him if I can choose a type and another class, or if I can't.
Well, now's a good time to ask. You just got back.
Wait. And so that's what I have planned for the future. Anyway, Bucky, question.
What do you have planned for the future?
Nothing. But I do have a question.
I have a question too.
Well, anyway, because you said that when y'all get
Eli.
to
Alright, what?
Alright, Eli's back. Eli.
Dally's not here.
Oh, Dally's not here.
No, where did Daddy go?
Oh,
We're gonna
well.
go get an rice pack or something.
Oh, okay.
Well, in any case, sorry to interrupt, Hunter, but Eli's zarging, so I'd like to get whatever he wants to get done while he's still here. So,
Yeah.
Eli, is there anything you would like to do?
No, I think I'm good. Leilani will just be awkwardly hanging out at the Hardigan Lamonts.
FYI, Jake is on the couch, like, completely KO'd by painkillers.
Very awkwardly hanging out at the Hardigan Lamonts.
Okay. Well, did Spark pass him on the way?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. On the way out, you see Spark carrying 3 cabbages, and Eggsy has one on his head. And when Spark sees you, she's gonna go up to you and ask if you know how to make Pokeblocks.
I've never really tried before, but I don't see why I couldn't.
Okay, cause I was wondering if you could make me some sweet and spicy ones. Not, together, but just, some sweet ones and some spicy ones.
This may be metagaming, but I'm actually the one with that skill set, I think. It's
I do have basic cooking, so it's not impossible for Leilani to be able to do it, but yes, Jolene would be the better choice, but you can still ask Leilani if you want to.
Well, the thing is, the first thing that she would pop in Leilani, because he keeps going on and on and on about berries.
That's true.
That's a good point.
But in any case, do ask around the party if it would occur to Spark in character, because Leilani is by no means the only person who can do it, nor is he the person who can do it best.
Yeah.
Leilani says, yes, I can definitely try it, and I'll see who else has cooking experience.
Sweet. If you can make some today, I'll be outside the gate. I won't be too far. Just, she just kind of like lifts up the cabbage. Target practice. Come on, Eggsy, let's go.
Well,
Actually, I should mention she's carrying cabbage plow.
As she leaves, Leilani tries to get up and object, but then she's gone. Shit, I wanted to practice today. Then Leilani just sighs and sits back down.
Oh. Okay, so bless you. Bless you. Alright, so Hunter, what was your question now that Eli is done with his thing?
You mentioned that when we get to level 20, we'll get another class and another type.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is I'm not an ace trainer right now, so
I know.
if I want to type, can I only take ace trainer, or do I get a type and a class?
Well, since you're playing a ranger, unless you decide you do want to take on more Pokemon, I'm going to have to figure out something different that I'm going to do for you. But we'll worry about that when it comes to it.
Can I have an idea?
Yeah, but can we talk about it after the session?
That's fine.
Cool. Or you can PM me, whatever works.
Yeah.
Okay, so Quinn's doing his thing, Spark's out training, Leilani is hanging around awkwardly, Layla is dozing, and Jolene is tending to Leilani.
You mean,
Jake? I mean Jake.
Yeah.
I'm tending to everybody. Leilani clearly needs help.
Yes.
True enough.
Leilani will eventually go back over to Rachel's and say, Rachel, is it alright if I use some of the surplus berries and the kitchen today?
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. I've been put on cook duty. I may not be doing anything useful, but you two should be, he says to Iolana and Capono. So, Iolana, you learned something new yesterday, so I want you to try out your razor leaf. Capono, help her out with that. She should get used to shooting down moving targets by shooting bubbles that you shoot out. And meanwhile, Iolana, I want you to help Capono with his maneuverability and battlefield control by you can use your cotton spore ability to make the field not dangerous, but more difficult to navigate. So the two of you can help each other practice.
Capono yawns, nods, and wanders after Iolana.
Iolana nods, and as she's going, she says, okay, we should do a little practice, but yeah, at some point we can just hide behind a barn or something.
I mean, maybe we should practice. I mean, I feel like I'm getting bigger, and I feel like I'm getting close to evolving, and that'd be pretty cool.
Holy shit, you're gonna do it too?
Yeah.
This is not fucking fair.
Hannah?
No, Aaron just looked up, slipped from her nap, said, shit's fucked up, man, and went back for more napping.
Good.
Iolana just says,
Bear in mind, I'm just going to remind you all real quick, you're in a town, a pretty wealthy town, by the way, with a marketplace. You could hypothetically look around and see if there's anyone selling stones.
Leilani and Iolana don't know how she evolves.
I know, but Layla might have an idea of how Sprig evolves, and Quinn might have an idea of how Sarah evolves. Like, I mean, they don't necessarily know for sure, but like, yeah, there are at least 3 Pokemon in your group total that evolve by stone, and
I know.
oh, and Cadus,
Cadus. Is it what is it? Firestone?
Firestone, yes.
Right. Okay.
But for now, what should I roll to try and make Pokeblocks?
I'm gonna say, how about general education?
Yes, I was hoping it would be that. All right, give me a second. And Leilani's using not the worst berries ever, like not inedible, but some of the less marketable berries. The sorts that they wouldn't taste strong at all, but they kind of look fucked up, so they probably wouldn't sell too good.
Yeah, the kind that, when they're selling them in the stores, like, they have marks on them, and they're perfectly good to eat, but people still don't take them anyway.
Yeah.
Seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, that's fine. So they basically just taste like normal berries. Okay,
That is actually a 20.
that's pretty good. So I'm gonna say that you make 5 sweet Pokeblocks and 5 spicy Pokeblocks, as per Spark's request.
Awesome.
Ow!
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just, this UTI is really messing me up. I don't know why it's worse today than it was yesterday, but, we'll see.
But anyway.
Okay, so, anyways, let's see. Well, Andrea's out right now, so, what do?
Well, Layla will get up eventually and probably go try to train up Sprig and Hodge.
Okay, so will you head out of the city to do that? Because, like, in that case, you could potentially run into Spark doing the same thing.
Sure.
Cool.
Trainer battle.
What?
Oh God!
If they're going to go train, they can train against each other.
Oh God! Why did I suggest this?
I'm happy for them to just kind of train.
Why do you think she got
Yeah.
cabbages?
Yeah, they can do their own separate thing. Like, it'll be like kind of like the super training, in the 6th gen.
Y.
Yeah, in the 6th gen, and also probably with a few features from the Pokeathlon, in Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Yeah.
Like, so I know that that's not for the purpose of training, but in this case, I'll allow it to be.
Plus a hint of Melon Lord battle, if those cabbages are anything to go by.
Yeah, Melon Lord battle. The cabbage used a grass type move. The cabbage used Splash, but nothing happened. Anyways, so do Layla and Spark interact at all once Layla leaves town?
Just. Oh, you gonna say something?
No, Dad.
Spark will say hey, and Eggsy will definitely probably get distracted and just jump around Layla for a bit, and it's like, Eggsy, we need to trade.
When Eggsy gets distracted, Cadus throws a cabbage at him.
Good. Good.
How does Eggsy respond? Cadus immediately gets super nervous and, oh my God, Hannah.
I'm going to keep asking.
Absolutely not!
I should say no. I should just say no.
I want to whack a carp.
I'm saying no!
You're not the DM, Eli.
There's only one person proficient in Magikarp Bludgeon, and that is Jared.
Ow, Jesus.
I don't know who Jared is,
He's from
I'll
a
get you a
comic.
link.
but I feel that I should be allowed
I love Jared so much.
to bludgeon people with a magic harp.
It doesn't even have to be a rock magic harp. I mean, it does in your case because you're a rock trainer, but I'll put it on your list of requested Pokemon.
You gonna be okay?
Never. I'm never gonna be okay. I'm DMing this game.
What are my children who aren't sleeping doing?
What did I say Clamilton's nature was again? I know I rolled
Jolly.
Jolly. Clamilton is just playing with the other household Pokemon that have woken up, and so she's just kind of interacting with them and having a good time. And Zazu is off in the corner holding a pebble in her hand like this.
Is it just like every time that Zazu pops up, is it you randomly roll and it's just holding something different?
No, it's just like she happened to, I'm gonna say, while she was walking around yesterday, she happened to pick up a pebble, and this pebble is apparently very valuable to her, and she has kept it all night rather than eating it.
She's
She's
letting it age.
She's letting it age, yes.
Like
It's
a
only been a
fine
few millennium.
cheese.
Another day's really gonna make a difference for her.
She's gonna have to wait a while.
She's okay. So like every time another Pokemon or person comes close, she's like this. But when no one's looking at her, she's like studying it and polishing it like furiously with like her thumb.
Good.
By the way, Hannah, I linked Jared.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. Hannah, roll perception.
Cool.
Hannah asked me if she can retroactively roll to find tasty rocks on her way to and from the market.
How does she know that they're tasty?
I don't know.
I'm guessing
Does she-
here.
She's a rock trainer.
I have a link for that too.
Pick up what Aaron would
17.
pick up.
You find a nice, solid, fist-sized rock.
Okay. I'm going to walk over and gently place the solid fist-sized rock a couple of feet from Zazu.
Zazu looks at you like,
Good.
and then she looks at the rock. She looks back up at you. And you can't understand this, but she goes, "That's poisoned, isn't it?"
I kind of look at her, sigh, pick up the rock, lick it, and then put it back down.
Well, now I'm not going to eat it. It's got your human germs all over it.
That much I can't help. I also think it's a stretch to think I would actually know what she was saying there.
I know, but like she's just like, making little growly, snarly noises. And Eli? Oh yeah.
I would like to think she's making suspicious larvitar noises when the rock is produced, and then indignant larvitar noises when the rock is licked.
Basically, yeah, that's it. Oh god. Nell, the Fanpea, walks up and starts nomming on the rock.
I shoo the Fanpea away.
She looks up at you very sadly and shuffles away.
I produce a cookie for the Fanpea.
She numbs it happily and then walks away.
I push the rock slightly further towards Zazu, and then I leave her be.
Once your back is turned, Zazu picks up the rock and eats it in one bite.
Social link, go!
Anyways. So let's see. really anyone doing anything specific, so I'm gonna roll to see if there's any encounters outside.
Oh, I would also like to point out that while training Sprig and Hodge, which he's mostly doing by, throwing rocks for them to kind of shoot out of the air and what have you, and just basically helping them, maybe run around, get some exercise. Sprig keeps tripping over her silk, obviously. Layla, but Layla...
Hold on, sorry, I get a good roll.
Layla is also kind of trying to train herself, so she's kind of jogging on the spot and doing stretches and kind of trying to make herself more acrobatic.
Fair enough. Okay. So there's a bit of, so you guys are training by the top of the lake, right? Well, Spark and Layla, I mean.
Sure.
I think that's what Andrea said she was doing.
Yeah, that's fine by me. I didn't, I had zoned out, I'm afraid. But yes, that's fine by me.
That's fine. Okay, so give me a second to look through my Pokemon encounters, because I found I did an interesting roll.
Well, you still have the massive list of ones I sent you by picture.
Lol, no. Well, I honestly, I rolled a mutant, not a hybrid, so.
Ooh.
So let's see. Ooh, it could be freshwater. Yeah, let's do freshwater. Okay. I'm gonna roll one more time. That's a 4. Which... Oh, Leilani could get that. But we'll see.
I just love how we have no idea what's going on, and Bucky's just going to go, ooh, yes, no, baby.
Okay, yeah, sorry about this, guys. Okay, Hunter, did you say that you numbered the 1 through 18 types?
I don't have them numbered, but I do have them listed on my thing, so, yeah, just what's the number?
16.
There's 18 types?
Yes.
And you said 16?
Yes.
That is dark type.
Dark type, and let's see, I'm gonna roll one more time to determine which type is replaced. Oh, please replace the water type. Please replace the water type.
You're the DM. You can just make it replace the water type.
Yeah.
I know. I just like to randomize it as much as I can. Alright, give me one moment just to make sure. Okay. So, it did infect... Hunter, are you okay?
I'm sorry, just found a picture. It's so funny.
Hunter.
There you go.
What the fuck is this? Is that Sans?
I don't know. It's just so funny.
Is that actually Sans? But yeah, you're right. I'm the DM. I can just make it replace the water type. And in fact, I am going to do that because, you know what? I want Leilani to be able to have this. So, I would like to wait for Andrea to get back, but I don't want this game to be totally stalled. Oh, Zero, you'll get the chance to draw a Dark Lotad, because that is exactly what is drifting up.
I had one of those in the first Pokemon game I ever played.
A Lotad?
Yeah, I named it Shithead.
Why?
Oh, God.
I didn't have a very good understanding of grass-type moves, and I couldn't make it do anything, but it was the only thing in my party that could use strength, so I couldn't get rid of it.
Oh, God. 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 Oh
You just named it shithead. You're completely useless except for strength.
Yes.
In my defense, it was.
It is a. It's going to be a dark grass Lotad. Once. Dally, are you okay with RPing this? I know you're not up to much, so.
I will give it a go.
Okay. Alright, so. Layla, from where you're standing, in training, as you are training, you see something drifting up to you, drifting up to the, kind of water's edge.
Okay. She looks to see what it is.
You see a very dark blue body, like it's darker blue than the usual Lotad, with a kind of pine green, spiky leaf, for a head instead of the usual lily pad.
She puts her head on one side, cautiously approaches the bank of the lake, and crouches down. Hey there.
Like the Lotad, like finally kind of bumps into the water's edge, because he was just drifting towards it before. But actually, speaking of he, I'm gonna roll for gender real quick. That would be female, actually. And she just kind of looks up at you, and she looks a bit skeptical.
She tilts her head one way, and then the other, and then just looks again. I'm Layla.
It makes a squeaky Lotad noise.
You're a Lotad, huh?
Squeaky Lotad noise.
At this point, I don't know about Hodge, but Sprig has kind of waddled over. And Sprig just looks up at Layla, and then looks at the Lotad, and then looks up at Layla as if to say, she's not bug type. And Layla just kind of gets this and goes, yeah, but I think she might be grass type? Hey, are you a grass type Pokemon?
The Lotad raises an eyebrow at you, looks up at the leaf on its head, then back at you.
Well, I figured you probably were. Hey, would you mind if I draw you? She gets out her journal and a pencil.
The Lotad kind of toddles out of the water, shakes itself off very ineffectively, and then strikes a pose.
Layla grins and starts drawing the Lotad. And she kind of, as she's sort of, she's kind of, she keeps looking like she wants to say something, and Sprig is kind of just looking at her and looking at the Lotad, and then just kind of waddles over to the Lotad and going, okay, so my human has a friend, who specializes in training grass-type Pokemon. Would you like a trainer?
Give me a little bit, I need to stand still.
Okay. She waddles off.
Is everyone okay?
What did I miss?
Well, you see, we found, Layla has found, Spark can notice this after Layla, because, but Layla just happened to notice first, that a dark-type Lotad drifted up to the... Oh, that's good. I like that. I almost want to replace the design I described with that.
The one that Jury posted.
Yeah.
What's happening? I can't get on the live stream without everything.
Yeah.
I'll post it here. Hang on.
Okay. So yeah, a dark type Lotad drifted up to the water, and now, Layla is drawing her.
Ah, okay.
Eventually she will just kind of finish the rough sketch of her and put her pencil down and hold it out for the Lotad to see.
The Lotad inspects it. And then gives a firm nod.
Oh, that's an okay likeness then? Thank you.
Let me see. 4 and 6. So that would be special attack is heightened. Speed is lowered. Alright. That means she has a quiet nature. And so she kind of looks around and like glances at Sprig and Hodge curiously.
These are my Pokemon. This is Sprig. She's a Silgloom, I think that's probably the best way of saying it. You know, part gloom, part silk, anyway. And that's Hodge. He's a Dwebble. So, hey, do you have a trainer?
Shakes her head.
I'm not asking for me, because I don't know how to train grass types, at least not yet anyway. I can only really train bug types, but I have a friend who's a grass type trainer. Would you like to maybe meet him and see if you'd like to be friends with him?
She looks a bit fidgety and then she nods.
I think you'll like him. He's got a cottony named Iolana, and he's also got a furky, kind of like a grassy furky. His name's Capono. And Capono likes the water as well, so maybe you guys will have that in common. Yeah, anyway, you want to follow me back to town? She's nodding. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She says to the others, okay, you guys have been working hard, so you can ride on my shoulders back to... Well, Hodge can ride on my shoulder. Sprig, do you want to hop in? And she holds out the butterfly net, and Sprig hops in the butterfly net to be carried. And she scoops Hodge up onto her shoulder. Would you like to walk or be carried, Lotad?
She toddles.
Okay. Hey, Spark!
Kaboom!
Oh dear.
Eggsy is trading quick attack and flame wheel.
Wow.
So all you just see is a just very quick movement, a ball of fire, and then cabbages exploding.
It's a muffled Pokemon voice of, "Go, Lexi, go!"
Also, oh yeah, I forgot to finish. After Cadis threw the cabbage at Eggsy, she hid.
Oh.
Where's she hide?
Because she was just like, oh god, he's mad at me, and then she hid.
Baby.
Yeah, Eggsy would have gone up, like, I'm not mad at you, I'm not mad. That was a good throw. I'm not doing the voice, what the heck? That was a good throw.
Very good.
and like, she's just whimpering a little bit.
He's gonna just kind of nuzzle up a little bit, try to show he's not mad.
Okay.
Baby.
Where did she like, hide behind Spark or something?
Someone was saying something. Wait, does what?
No, it's not important.
Oh, okay.
Like, did she go hide behind Spark? Or...
Yeah, she'll go hide behind Spark.
Yeah, Spark will just reach down and just kind of pat her head.
Dalred, yes, she does have a brave nature, but, she has been very severely emotionally abused, so, yeah, it's gonna take some time for her to pick back up that brave face.
She has, like, demonstrated bravery in more subtle
Yeah.
ways. Yeah.
Yeah, she has, like, for example, even going with Spark in the first place is pretty brave after what she's been through, so yeah, she's brave in her own way. Anyways, while Eli's back, let us have Layla return to him.
Okay.
Am I finding Leilani?
Yes. I thought
He's in the kitchen
I'm just-
or
Yeah, I'm just...
in...
I think Eli's lagging.
Or he's at the Hartigan Lamont house sitting awkwardly with a pile of Poke blocks.
But yes, before Layla left, she was obviously going to just let Spark know where she was going, since they were both in the same
Right,
place.
right. Okay.
But yeah, she does that, and just kind of says, I found a Pokemon, I'm gonna introduce her to Leilani. So she goes back to the Hartigan Lamont household. She goes back home, carrying Sprig and Hodge and being followed by a Lotad.
A Dark-type Lotad.
And she looks around the house. Hey, Leilani?
Leilani looks up from where he was just sort of anxiously stacking and unstacking the Pokeblocks.
Hi. So, I met someone while I was outside the city training, and she steps to one side and looks around.
Yeah, the Lotad peeks out from behind Layla.
Lotad, this is Leilani. He's the grass-type trainer I told you.
Leilani crouches down and says, "Oh, hello. You sort of look like Capono. Do you know that?"
Eli, just so you know, she is a Dark-type mutant. So the lily pad on her head is a little bit spiky on the edges, and it's a darker color than the normal green of a Lotad. And her body is also a darker blue than the normal Lotad blue.
Because like some Lotads are drawn with a flower on their thing, could it be the heck she has a black lotus?
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, yes, please.
Yeah, let's do that.
From
Leilani says,
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Ellie?
Sprig hops down from the net and is about to sort of waddle off, but she says to the Lotad, "The leaf human is kind of weird, but he's also nice. We should get along okay." And then she wanders off to find the sister Pokemon. Come on, Hodge.
Leilani
Hodge
gently
follows.
kneels down and holds out his hand and says, "Hello there. My name is Leilani. You're very pretty. I hope you know that."
She kind of does this little thing, like where she, holds her head up high, and like her eyes are closed. Like she's just got this look on her face and this posture that just says, "I know."
Leilani giggles and says, "Oh, Iolana would like you. Oh, would you like it if I introduced you to my Pokemon?"
She nods.
He holds out his arms and just picks her up, making sure that she can squirm out if she wants to. And then he goes outside and says, "Capono, Iolana, look, Layla introduced me to this person. I'm not sure if she'd want to join our team, but I think she'd make a lovely addition if she did." And Iolana looks over and says, "You look a lot like Capono."
Capono says, "I'm a frog.
Yeah, and she looks like a frog.
I don't have a lily pad on my head."
Yeah, but your face is full of moss.
"And your face is full of cotton." Eli?
Cottonhead.
Then Iolana just floats over and says, "Alright, I'm Iolana. What's your deal?"
And she goes, and she's a little bit quiet. And she goes, "Well, I grew up in this lake by the city, and honestly, growing up isn't a good word because I haven't been around that long, but
I've been around, well, almost 20 years now, so...
I have seniority,
Iolana,
bitches!
Um,
But yeah, I can believe you when you say you haven't grown up all that much. You're tiny.
Capono looks, smiles a bit at the Lotad and says, "She doesn't mean it. She's just jealous because you're prettier than her." Capono
I don't give a rat's ass.
Capono cackles and hops away before Iolana can hit him.
Asshole! You're an asshole!
The Lotad is smiling slightly, but not laughing out loud. Eli, there are a couple of name suggestions in the chat. There is Akoni, which means worthy of admiration or praise, and then there's Pane Pane, which is sassy.
I'm gonna see what I can find, but I can see those working.
Cool.
But Iolana just rolls her eyes and says, "Okay, yeah, he's an asshole, but full disclosure, so am I. And Leilani is sweet as hell and smart about some things, but he's dumb about a lot of others, so you sure you want to join this clusterfuck?"
Well, I don't have anything better to do.
Alright, that's fair. You're not gonna evolve too, are you?
Probably.
Son of a bitch!
She just eyes you, and she goes, "You know you just need a stone."
What?
A stone. An elemental stone.
I'm not a rock type.
Like, like Lotads just have these little stubs, so, it's very hard for her to facepalm, but she manages to, somehow.
It's a fucking leaf rock. Aaron continues nibbling the couch.
Well, it wouldn't be a leaf rock for Iolana.
Oh yes, Aaron is nomming on the couch, by the way.
Layla notices this and gently, she reaches into her bag for a stone and gives that to Aaron in an attempt to defer her from, nomming on the couch.
Does it work, Hannah?
Aaron takes the stone, waddles over to Zazu, puts it down, and then returns to the couch.
Aaron, the couch is more for sitting and less for eating.
It's easy for you to say. You can fucking reach the top of it, can't you? Aaron stops chewing, nonetheless.
She just kind of wonders faintly what Aaron said and why Sprig looks faintly scandalized.
Scandalized.
Iolana makes it frustrating.
Actually, the Lotad does actually gasp at this language, and she goes, "My mother would have slapped me if I said such a thing."
I'm older than your mother, kid.
Well,
You didn't react when I said fuck.
Sprig has taken to sitting on top of the sofa to guard it against would-be nommers.
at Zero's suggestion, Hodge skitters up to Layla and starts attempting to translate, but of course all Layla hears is chittering.
Oh no! I forgot Hodge could speak human.
Or thinks he can.
Well,
Layla just sits, just crouches down and fondly pats him on the head. Pats him on the hat.
And meanwhile, all the Pokemon hear him saying, "You see, Layla, he was saying that it's easy for you to say when..." And he carefully leaves out the cursing, and he's just like, "You see, Layla, he was saying it's easy for you to say when you're tall enough to sit on it. That's all she was saying."
Meanwhile, Iolana just sort of huffs and then says, all right, sheesh, for crying out loud. And she squirms underneath the of Aaron, and then uses she uses her expandable ability to puff herself up big enough for Aaron to kind of scramble onto the couch.
Okay, serious question. Does that work, or does Aaron just sink into the cotton?
That's a good question.
She just sinks into the cotton.
God damn it, why do you weigh so much?
I'm literally made of rocks and metal.
Why do you do that?
Hey, Iolana, if you get her up to the top of the couch, she's just gonna eat that.
What?
Sprig thinks that if Aaron reaches the top of the sofa, she will just eat that too.
Oh.
Andrea, you... Okay.
What Andrea
Aaron kind of...
What?
She's just
That-
got
no.
a
Anyway.
pillow on her head. Anyways.
The chat knows why.
She's a fort.
I'm a fort.
No.
Okay. Anyways. So Sastad,
Stop! I threw the notepad.
So Sastad does look slightly scandalized by all of your language. Yeah, Zero, she doesn't like being cute, even though she is so fucking cute. Isn't that right, Andrea?
Aggressive Bucky.
Aggressively tells Andrea she's cute. It's like, are you fucking sorry?
Are you fucking adorable?
Oh god. Anyways, so Sastad says, but yeah, you just need an elemental stone. I think,
Rocks make people evolve?
well, some people, like, I know, even though my type is gone, and I was supposed to be a water type, but the radiation made me a dark type instead.
Wow, this one's really smart.
Well, she lives right next to the city, which is a relatively safe place, and there's a lot of food and water to eat because lake.
Plus, Phoenix always been a bastion of education. That's kind of its thing.
Yeah.
That's why the gym was there.
Yeah. The one gym in the whole region. So she goes, so even though I don't have a water type anymore like I was supposed to, I still evolve with a water stone once I hit level... Well, no, I'm gonna scratch that.
I don't...
That's a little too meta.
Yeah, do they know that levels exist?
I don't know. It's never entirely clear.
Once I get enough experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that they know that they change at certain points.
Yeah, and she goes, I know I change after I get some after I have some experience and stuff like that. After I go out in the world a little bit more and live a little longer. But once I evolve the first time, then the second time I evolve with a water stone, even though I'm a dark type now. Or at least that's what my mom thinks.
Iolana blinks, and then blinks again, and then she just flies off, and with her two leaves, she just grabs Leilani by the scruff of the neck, and to the humans it just sounds like more bitchy Iolana noises, but to the Pokemon, I want a rock!
I want a rock!
Off in the distance,
Wow, I thought
you
a
just hear
shotgun
more
marriages, but
explosions.
damn.
And
What?
Sastad
Leilani looks confused.
Sorry, that wasn't in character. I wish it was, but it's not.
Sastad toddles up and says to Iolana, it's not just any rock.
Do you
Well,
think
then what kind of rock?
would it be a sun rock or a leaf rock?
I think... And she considers for a moment, she goes, she's a cottony, so I think that'd be a sun rock.
You're really smart.
And she looks very proud of herself, and she goes, "My mama taught me everything.
Your mom is really smart, too.
Her mama taught her everything."
I think every mama in your family is probably really smart, huh?
Oh, you know it.
Sun rocks.
My mom is kind of my human. Does that make sense? She hatched me.
I guess so.
And she taught me stuff too, but I don't know if I need a rock to evolve or not, because I'm part wormhole, well, silking now, and part gloom. So I don't know if I'm gonna evolve when I get enough experience, or if I need a stone. Hey, do you know, because you're smart?
Well, I don't know, because I've never really thought about hybrids evolving with that stone stuff before, but I mean, it's worth a try.
That's true. I could get a stone, and if that doesn't work, I'll just keep trading.
I guess so.
She gives a beseeching look to Layla.
Iolana blinks and then says, "That's why nobody in our vault evolved."
Oh my god, Eli. Zero says, "You can't get rocks from the sun, it's fire!"
That explains everything.
Wait, so Iolana, your vault was full of Pokemon that could only evolve with Sunstones, and they never gave you Sunstones? Those B-words.
We never even knew they existed. I didn't even know evolution was a thing until we left.
How is it that my human said, your vault is bad worded up?
No kidding.
She just nods vigorously.
Okay, let me know when Spark gets back.
She can get back now. Excuse me.
Spark walks in the door, and
Leilani actually says, "Oh, sorry."
Well, Spark walks in the door, and from what hair she has left, it looks a little singed.
Good.
This big, and it's just like, oh my gosh, that was a bad idea. And Eggsy's just coming in, bouncing around. He looks slightly burned, and it's just...
Perfectly happy about it.
Yes, he's like bouncing around everywhere.
And Cadis is following behind Eggsy as quickly as she can.
And Spark is carrying Flo as well. It's like, please, for the love of God, don't let me have Eggsy chain. What's the word moves I was going with?
Flame Wheel and Quick Attack.
No, it was Flame Burst and Flame Wheel.
Oh god.
Yeah, don't let me do that again.
Layla just
duly noted.
raises
Spark.
her eyebrows and, okay.
She actually goes to reach up to touch one of her eyebrows and just goes,
You're probably less recognizable now. Like, even less.
yeah.
Flo shouts.
Spark. Oh, sorry.
No,
Go
go ahead. Go ahead. It's not important.
Spark, I made you the things.
Oh, sweet.
You receive 5
And
sweet...
spicy.
Yes, 5 sweet Pokeblocks and 5 spicy Pokeblocks.
Okay.
Also, do you know why Iolana would want a rock?
Wait, how did he catch that?
Just, he and Iolana have been friends since forever, so I like the idea that he might be able to understand general ideas of what she's saying, but not the specifics. Like, she might have picked up a rock and waved it in his face or something. Is that too much, though?
That's fair. Maybe, like, you know, Zazu, like, everyone's still close to Zazu for her to have eaten the rock Aaron gave her, and so Iolana picks up the rock and Zazu's like, "That's mine!"
I'll give it back in a moment. And she just puts the rocket in Leilani's face, points at it repeatedly, and then whips it back at Zazu.
Zazu, and then eats the rock in one bite.
And Leilani says, "Yeah, I think she wants a rock. I don't know why.
Maybe.
Also, Layla found someone very nice. And he picks up the little Lotad and says, I think I'm going to call her Mommy, with an O and an I, not an A, not an O and a Y. It means pearl, and I just thought, well, her lotus flower is pretty like a pearl, and pearls can be black too, so...
Cool.
She does the most dignified / pretentious pose that she can muster.
Eggsy immediately is up in her face. She's like, hi!
Pardon me, didn't your mama teach you anything about personal space?
Yep, I don't listen.
I love her. I love them both.
Good. Real quick note, Eli, she has a quiet nature. Eli? Oh well. Anyways, Plo shouts, Eggy!
Ah,
Plop him back again.
make him stop. Actually, it's an improvement from Death Ash.
What's he calling Eggsy now?
Eggy.
You don't understand.
Iolana looks down at Plo and says, You're Eggy. You're the one that came out of the egg.
Don't confuse the baby, Iolana.
The baby's already confused.
Plo?
Eggy!
Plo, can you say eggsy?
Eggy!
Eggsy.
Eggy!
Eggsy.
Eggy!
So now what's happening is...
Whee!
Spark is going to put Plo down so he can walk around and just go and sit.
If she's sitting on the sofa, she's going to have a sprig on her head.
Pat, 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 pat.
Sprig looks pleased with herself. She has obtained
Cadus.
She's obtained pats.
Cadus is huddled up as close to Spark as she can be because she is scared.
Spark is going to attempt to feed Cadus a spicy Pokeblock.
She looks taken aback at first, then sniffs it, then licks it, and then nom.
Do you like that, Cadus?
She starts licking your fingers to try to get more spicy off of them.
Oh,
Oh,
baby.
Yes, we did, Eli. You said M-O-M-I, Mommy?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not sure if it's Momi or Mommy. I'll look.
I think
Yeah,
it's Ma because usually Mo is M-O is no.
No, that would be Mao.
I'm trying to think.
I'm vaguely hoping it's
It's been a
Momi.
while.
I'm vaguely hoping it's Momi because then it won't be mistaken for Mommy.
It might be Momi. I'm just trying to think because it's been a while.
In any case,
Yeah, I think it is Momi.
Alright. Yeah, it strikes me as being more like Momi too, because
Yeah,
It's
because definitely the MO is because it's the way they break up the syllables is different.
yeah,
So.
and it seems like M-A would be Ma, so
Well, sometimes like when the new Disney movie, it's Moana.
Mm.
So sometimes like it's the way that they break it up. You have to like. So you have to be careful with that. So
Yeah.
fair
Good
enough.
point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pronunciation can be tricky.
Okay. In any case, let's see.
can I say the door opens?
Sure. And Quinn comes in.
No, the door opens and stumbling very sleepily, very slowly into the room is Sarah, who goes to the nearest soft surface, doesn't care what it is, and just falls on top of it.
Sprig actually looks worried, hops down, and checks on her.
She
I
is
kind of want to say the surf. Can we just say this first soft surface is Eggsy?
I was almost thinking it'd be Iolana, but yeah, sure, it's Eggsy. Just falls on top of Eggsy.
Hi, Sarah.
Plo toddles over and shouts, Eggy!
Eggsy, is Sarah okay?
I am not sure. He tries to move so as not to wake her
Hey, Emma.
and see if she's.
Cadis. Oh,
Sorry, go ahead, Andrea.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Sprig is toddling off to go and find Emma because Emma knows things. She's psychic.
mm-hmm. Right, Emma is sitting next to Jake quietly.
Hi, Emma. How are you doing?
Is Jake gonna be okay?
Sure he will. I mean, I think so anyway. I mean, my human's mom was the one who was treating him, and she's really good. She used to work for Oasis as a professional medic, and that's still what she does to earn money. So he should be fine. Oh, but she's not gonna charge him, I don't think, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
Should I had a question for you, but should I maybe leave you with Jake so you can look after him?
No, it's okay. He's sleeping.
Sarah just came in and collapsed on Eggsy, and she usually doesn't go anywhere near Eggsy particularly, and she's kind of gone, like, zonk. So I was like, do you know what might be wrong with her?
And she hops down from the couch, toddles over to Sarah, and attempts to read her mind. Hunter, are you gonna roll against me, or...?
I don't think I can, considering she's asleep. I don't think I get a roll.
Okay, so she's going to attempt to read Sarah's mind. So...
Would we want in this case to just give the information that he's looking, or that are they he or she? I can't remember.
She, Emma.
That's what I thought. Emma, just the information that Emma's looking for, or like the dream in which Sarah's having.
I'm gonna double check what telepathy does exactly, just to make sure I get it right.
I think it's like surface thoughts.
Yeah. I'm just checking.
In which case, is that the dream, or?
I'm checking. Telepathic Pokemon. Alright, so you can read, yeah, it says read surface thoughts. So surface thoughts would be, yeah, literally whatever is on the Pokemon's mind right now. So, it'd probably be a bit of a combination because, dreams are your brain's way of processing information that you gained throughout the day or used throughout the day, so it could kind of be both.
I'll send you a message.
That's fine.
Sarah, you're alive. Guys, I don't know if she's alive.
Emma, is Sarah
Sorry.
alive?
Terrible misspellings, but I'm like typing with one hand and multitasking like crazy.
That's fine. That's fine. Um, Emma looks kind of taken aback.
What is it, Sarah? I mean, Emma.
Well, she's thinking, it looks like some kind of lab, I guess.
Oh, that. Maybe she's having a nightmare.
Maybe.
I kind of wonder if we should wake her up, but she seems really, really tired.
Maybe someone should pick her up and put her in a better place.
Eggsy's going to try to shimmy so that she's completely on her back, and then just trot back over to Spark and just kind of curl up next to Spark with Sarah still on his back.
We could put her on the sofa, or Eggsy. Eggsy,
Yeah.
you are being a bed, Eggsy.
Yes.
Guess Eggsy is nice and warm.
Plo toddles over to Eggsy and shouts, Eggy!
Although I think his little brother might wake her up.
Hey, Plo, why don't you go play with Spring?
Sprig tries to throw up her arms. She doesn't have any. She falls over.
Plo blinks and looks around, trying to figure out who the fuck is Sprig.
Sprig waves her feet.
Hi, help me play with the baby.
Plo throws his arms in the air and says, Hod! And he toddles after Sprig.
Oh, no. Sprig!
She hops back up onto her feet and tries to point at herself with her feet.
Good.
Sprig.
Hod!
Okay.
I
I know how this goes. Let's just play tag, okay? And she just
Waddles over and bops him very gently and goes,
tag, you're it.
and then runs away. Very, very slowly. Because speed 3.
And he is an egg, so he is toddling also very slowly after her.
What is his speed again?
Well, he's a baby in any case, so he's toddling
Well, his
slowly.
speed is still very slow. Well, his speed is 5, so...
But,
Oh, dear.
like I said, he's a baby, so he's toddling pretty slowly, so...
Yeah.
Need
He's
I
not-
remind you that that Sprig is tangled up in silk. She is also not fast. I think they might be evenly matched.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, they're just chasing each other, and no one is catching anyone.
This
And
works fine. She's gonna.
Hi, you should join us. It's good training.
Hodge skitters over, boops Plo on the nose, and says, You're it! And then skitters away as fast as he can.
Ah, dang it. We're not gonna catch him. Sorry, Flo. He's gone. He's gone forever.
Plo huffs angrily, and he goes, Hod! And then he chases after Hodge.
Yes, that is what does he think HUD means? Eggsy, what does your little brother think HUD means?
I don't know.
She just toddles up. She just tries to hurry after Plo.
For the record, I've only been a little brother and never had one. Is this accurate?
What are you posting? Is what accurate?
What?
As the eldest sibling, yes. Granted,
Zero says yes.
I also gave my sisters annoying
Got it.
nicknames. For the longest time, I called my youngest sister Megazoid.
Good. Anyways. So,
As an annoying little sibling, I'm only partly sorry.
I had three annoying little siblings.
I got 2.
Now they're all bigger than me. And less annoying. I think I'm the annoying one now.
I'm now middle height, because the youngest one is taller than me, and the other one is just slightly shorter.
They're all
Fight
taller
her.
than me.
Fight her.
I'm the shortest one in my stupid family. I've
You're
told
also
you
the
guys how unfair this is, right?
You're also the shortest one in this one.
No,
I hate you all.
Eli's the same height as me. We are joint shortest.
How tall are you guys?
5'4".
5'4".
Nah.
And I have deep Napoleon complexes about it.
I mean, granted, I'm only an inch taller. I'm 5'5".
5'6".
Napoleon was actually taller than
I
you.
know, but it's still part of the lexicon. And shut up!
It's taller than Eli.
What?
You
Anyways.
I hate you!
I think some time has passed, so I'm gonna do random encounter stuff real quick. So, just
Random encounters in a house.
Although, I would like to point out, wait, Eli, you said that you're always the little brother? I thought you were older than Bucky.
Well, yeah, that's true, but I'm the littlest of my biological family.
Ah, fuck that.
Seriously.
You have a little brother, he's called Bucky.
I am
That's true.
your annoying little brother.
That's true.
And this
you
is how
are
I show
very
it.
good at being annoying.
Noogie.
I now hide because youngest.
Asshole.
Alright, let's see. Lindy.
Guys, Andre's hiding behind a pillow, get her!
Nope, no random encounter. Okay. So, let's see. Where was
Once
I?
Leilani has the chance, Leilani's going to start physically training along with his Pokemon.
Jake starts stirring a bit.
Layla's gonna notice this. Jake?
He is now awake. Like, his eyes flutter open.
I'm gonna get you some water. And she
Leilani is shirtless.
Leilani is shirtless.
Good.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
Layla went to get water.
Leilani is shirtless and exercising and probably sweaty.
Hey, Jake.
Hey.
Ah, shit.
The fashion police have found Eli again.
Good.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Eggsy would be bouncing around Jake and, like, licking his face, but Sarah's still asleep.
So, Jake sits up as best as he can, wincing.
Leilani very quickly pulls a shirt on.
You don't, because Jolene is sitting on your shirt.
Good.
Leilani's face goes bright red, and he just crosses his arms over his chest.
Jake goes, "You guys are still here? I thought you guys would have run off by now."
Layla
Run off where?
Layla reappears. Layla reappears from the kitchen with a glass of water. I live here.
Fair enough, but I don't know, I was just thinking, with that dude after me, or after you, or whatever he's after, guys would want to get out of town.
Well, we need to figure out how to help you first.
And this is probably the safest town to be in at the current moment, unless we, hide up by outskirt.
Yeah, also my mothers will kill anyone who comes after us. I am not even kidding.
Jake smiles, and then his smile fades a little bit.
Sorry.
Spark just kind of puts attempts to put her hand on his shoulder, but doesn't know how far away he is, because she doesn't want to get moved because Cadus is still on her lap.
Layla looks and she just kind of guides, like puts Spark's hand on Jake's shoulder. Is that what you were aiming for?
Yes.
Leilani's Pokemon are still training, but Iolana is visibly amused by how embarrassed he is, and Leilani's just sitting down, arms crossed over his chest, doing his best not to make eye contact with anyone.
Layla gives Jake the glass, or at least offers Jake the glass of water.
He takes it and drinks it gratefully.
Hey, has anyone seen Quinn?
Besides seeing Sarah, no.
He's not up getting into trouble, is he?
Blink, blink,
I can
blink,
go look
blink.
for him. Yes, that's a thing I can do. Yes.
Yeah, I'm coming with you.
I think Jolene might need to give you back your shirt first.
Does
Jolene's
Jolene?
concentrating very hard on knitting.
Good.
Jolene,
She
I
looks
never thought
cozy.
I'd say this, but please give me back the shirt with the slowpoke on it.
Jolene sighs, says, "If you're sure," and gets up off of the shirt.
Leilani just pulls it back on as fast as humanly possible.
Layla subtly, not so subtly, is glancing at Jake to see how he's reacting to all this.
Jake is smiling.
Layla smiles a little.
Right, let's go do things now.
Eggsy, come on, let's go.
Jake mutters something quietly to himself.
What did he say? I want to overhear him.
Can I percept?
Yeah, you guys can percept.
I'm right next to him.
So am I.
Go.
So you get a
Leilani wouldn't be
bonus.
trying. Leilani's busy saying, Iolana, come on, let's go somewhere that isn't here.
Jolene hands Jake something, and Jake accepts it.
That's a 21. That's a 23.
Yeah. Okay, and that's a 20. So you hear. So Leilani said, let's go do things, right?
More like,
So-
I need to go do something somewhere now.
Jake quietly mutters to himself, "But I'm right here."
Layla goes bright red and covers her mouth because she can't decide whether she wants to gasp or laugh.
Leilani
Jolene
is so
calmly-
lucky he didn't hear that.
Jolene calmly crosses the room, picks up Aaron, puts her on the couch, and resumes knitting.
Eggsy's just gonna try to trot after Spark and Leilani, and just try without waking up Sarah.
P.S. Momi is wandering after Leilani.
I'm going to leave Cadus and Plo behind. So.
What about Leilani? Sorry, I'm...
Arguing.
Momi is following after Leilani. Are Leilani's other two Pokemon following too?
I presume so. Iolana will keep an eye on him, and Capona will probably go with, but as Iolana goes and does that, she elbows him and smirks, and Leilani just says, "Shut up!"
Elbows him with what?
Just
with the leaves,
bops him.
duh.
Okay.
Bop.
Boink.
And
Layla's gonna lay Sarah on the couch for since her bed has walked off.
Momi, while she's following after Leilani, says to Iolana, "Oh, where are you guys going? Are you gonna get a stone?"
We're looking for somebody.
Oh. Well, you might want a stone.
Yeah. Oh, right. Iolana makes noises, and Leilani says, yes, I'll look for a rock, or whatever.
Maybe she wants to evolve.
She can evolve?
Yeah.
A lot of Pokemon can.
She needs a sunstone.
I've never seen a Cottony evolve before.
Yeah, into Whimsicott, I think. Is that right?
I think it's a Whimsicott.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we leave? Is Layla coming with us?
Oh, I thought you were just on your way out the door.
Okay, that's fair. Then yes, Leilani looks astonished and says, "All right, I'll keep my eye out for one of those sunstones." Wow.
Try and keep your
I
eye
didn't
out.
even know.
Try and keep your eye out for 2. I kind of want to see if it'll work on Sprig as well. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. Spark, I'll keep an eye on Cadus and Plo for you if you like.
Thanks. Come on, Eggsy.
Eggsy.
She kind of.
Bang, bang, bang.
Layla's just gonna sit on the floor and watch as Hodge and Sprig play with Plo and Cadus is napping or what have you. She's also...
Cadus is hiding under the couch.
Oh, well, she's gonna stay near Cadus and just kind of just try and be reassuring and just make soothing noises at her. Oh, she also actually, yeah, she runs upstairs real quick, gets a couple of blankets, puts one on Sarah, and tucks the other one under the couch for if Cadus wants to curl up in it.
Aww.
That's so sweet. Oh my god. Alright, so you guys head out to look for Quinn.
Yes.
But as we're walking, Iolana says, "We're looking for a supervillain. He's got a pipe for an arm. He looks kind of like an asshole.
75%
He is
chance
kind of an asshole."
75% chance he's at the bar.
Do you check the bar?
Leilani nods and says,
I know
"I
it.
can understand that. I suppose human nature doesn't change too much."
Yeah. Yeah, but you go check the bar first.
He's not there.
Leilani looks uncomfortable in the bar and says, "I'm not old enough to be here."
Neither am I.
Oh shit, are we going to get arrested?
When you say all of this out loud, you are getting weird looks from the patrons.
Come on, Leilani's not here. I guess
that's just as well, yes. And Leilani turns on a heel and walks out.
Spark's just gonna start wandering around town, seeing if she has any more luck.
Well, can you list off the places you check?
Probably inside the Coliseum gym, probably near the market. Checked around the edges of the town.
Leilani will mainly be following Spark.
Do you go up on the wall?
If the guards will allow her, then yes.
Yeah, you're allowed to.
Okay.
Quinn is up on the wall, watching out with the guards.
Quinn?
Hunter?
Sorry, I was muted. He goes,
Quinn, how long have you been out here?
Do you know Sarah's at Layla's house?
Oh, thanks, Dad!
Aww.
Guys!
More s'mores.
S'mores!
That's awesome.
S'mores.
Hi, Buggy's dad.
Hi, Bucky's dad.
Hello.
Hi, Bucky's friends. Okay. I got s'mores. Okay.
Yes, he does.
Okay, so. Alright. So, go on.
Eli was talking.
Sarah's at Layla's house. You know that, right?
oh, good. Figured she'd get there.
Have you been up here all night?
Leilani blinks.
He doesn't say anything.
What are you doing?
Keeping watch. Bucky, are there more guards than there usually are? He nods.
As a Bucky nods.
Yes.
So, Leilani shifts and says, "Are you going to tell us why you're up here?"
Town needs more guards. Volunteered.
When are you going to sleep?
Kind of like rubs his eyes.
You need sleep.
I'm fine.
Leilani looks anxious and says, "Not necessarily." And he and Iolana share an uncomfortable look.
It'd be best if you sleep.
Yes, that is true.
I'm saying it wouldn't be.
Spark, if you're not Spark. Quinn, if you're looking for him, I don't think he's going to be coming close. Or if you would, we would probably know before I got too close.
Maybe, maybe not.
Bucky says suffer.
What? Tell the stream Bucky says suffer. Oh. Why? Why do we have to suffer?
Because he has s'mores.
Oh, okay.
Bucky's making Jerry hungry.
Uh-huh.
I want s'mores.
But
Specifically gelatin-free
Leilani
s'mores.
says... Leilani, it says, I just, if need be, we could maybe make it easier for you to, and Iolana just makes a noise that you've come to recognize as her version of fuck no.
There's no point in standing watch. We need to train. We all need to. And you staying up here and making Sarah stay with you all throughout the night is not gonna help.
She decided to stay.
You're technically her trainer.
Technicality.
It may just be a technicality, but you need to take responsibility for that.
I am not her trainer.
Maybe you should be.
If someone does something bad for them, even if you're not necessarily the person responsible for them, isn't it still sort of your responsibility if you're in any position to do anything about it?
Quinn doesn't say anything.
Spark's gonna just kind of start walking off, and if she passes any of the guards on the way there, she's gonna say, "When he falls asleep, just get someone to take him to the Hardigan Lamont house." And then she's gonna walk back.
Or Rachel's house. He can use my room.
Yeah, so we walk back to Layla's.
Mm-hmm. Bucky is stepping away to deal with his plate.
Because food.
Because Chuck.
Can I say you're cute?
Yes.
Yes.
Can Layla be giving the Pokemon turns having airplane rides? Like where she lies on her back and holds them up in the air?
Hell yes.
Yes.
That is precious.
Especially Plo, because baby.
Yes.
Yes.
If that's okay with Bucky as well. Oh, Bucky's gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I was my Skype was minimized, so I didn't realize.
That's fine.
He's been eaten by the s'mores.
I used to love airplane rides as a kid.
I used to do them with my little brothers, as in I would lift them up because I used to be bigger than them. It's a long
Yeah,
time
I used to
ago.
do. I used to do that with my youngest sister. We do the thing where you grab each other's hands and then you put your feet on their stomach and you lift them up that way.
Yeah, me and my brother, since we weighed about the same for a long time, we would do that to each other.
But yeah, I was I'm 8 years older than one brother and 11 years older than another. So when I was a teenager when they were little kids. So yeah, I would do the airplane ride with the feet on the belly and just holding them up by the hands.
It's adorable.
Bucky, you are back. I am doing that.
Yeah.
I am doing that if you will let me with the Pokemon. Layla
has been playing with them like little babies.
Yeah, she's been playing with them and giving them airplane rides.
Good. Oh my goodness. Yes, you can do that.
Good.
And
she's doing she's doing it with Plo when they walk in.
Cadis, her head is poking out just a little bit from under the couch, and she looks like she really wants to join, but she's not sure.
She's gonna when she's given a ride to Plo, she pops him down and looks over at Cadis and just offers her a hand. You wanna have a go, Cadis?
Cadis pulls back in under the couch, but then pokes her nose out a little bit more, and then she takes a step out.
Layla just holds her hand out, palm up.
Cadis steps out a few more times, sniffs your hand, and then walks over to you and climbs onto your belly.
Yay! She lifts her up. Obviously, she wouldn't have to use her feet because Pokemon are much lighter than people, but she holds her up and kind of gives her an airplane ride.
Cadis is very noticeably having a lot of fun.
Cadis, I didn't know you were part flying type.
She is giggling, you can tell she's giggling.
So, she's really happy, and she when the others come through the door, she's like, "Hey, Spark, your Cadis is part flying type."
Cadis,
So she is.
Cadis looks at Spark and she looks so fucking proud.
Oh, baby.
Leilani smiles softly and says, I remember when my sister used to do that for me. That was when we were very little.
And the smile fades from Spark's face.
Oof, yeah, fair. P.S. Sorry I ran off without much warning. I
was eaten by s'mores.
I was indeed eaten by s'mores.
You could see it all over your face.
I was like, I wonder if there's a way to eat this non-messily. And then I was like, I always say that.
You had it all the way up to about here, Bucky.
I saw it in the mirror. It was here.
Good.
Yeah.
One time I was eating something. I think it was cereal, and I found a crumb of cereal in my hair on the top of my head, and I'm just like,
how?
How do I do this?
You eat like a messy Sam is what?
I do. I am
cereal
messy.
Everywhere.
No. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, yeah. So sorry, I missed what was on the wall, but
So we have an alabaster. Yeah.
Hello. Okay. Bucky eats like Clark. Is the couch unguarded because Aaron will nom the couch? Oh, Zero has a question.
Question?
Let's see, I think... Ooh, that was a good roll. It's very close, but... Okay. So, at any point while you were... Eli! Eli!
That's not a million miles from what I was tempted to say.
God!
Great minds, am I right, baby?
Speaking
not
of Clark
exactly
and
what I was
eating-
going to say, but I was going to be inappropriate.
Speaking of Clark and eating, Zero asked, would Clark eating a muffin be cannibalism?
No.
Yes.
No, because you see, he is.
Oh,
I think I'm just gonna wait.
Just let it breathe, Kelly!
I'm sorry. I don't know why that amused me so much. Okay. I needed that.
Okay, so first off, no, it would not be cannibalism because he is the Muffin Man, and the Muffin Man produces muffins. He is not a muffin himself.
so what? It'd be like eating babies?
No, it'd be like
Oh, that reminds me of something else, but I'll mention that later.
it'd be like a beaver eating wood. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, Clark eats wood and beavers all the time.
I will leave. I can just leave.
No, we need you. You're the DM.
All right.
Do we really?
Yes.
Fair.
Okay. Well, as for the second question of what did Eli do, share. Eli said Bucky eats like Clark fucks, messy and using his tongue quite a bit.
Indeed.
Okay. Anyways, so while you guys were out, like, sorry to really quick go back a little bit, did you actually go and look for any stones?
Leilani, it was just following Spark, basically.
Yeah, once they were done with the wall, Spark was just gonna head straight back to Layla's, but if Leilani wanted to, he could have gone off on his own. Iolana can watch him.
Leilani honestly wouldn't. Iolana might have tried, but Leilani wouldn't.
Okay.
And eventually she'd just and follow.
Capono, like, is sitting on Leilani's shoulder at this time, or, like, draped over it, and when Iolana floats by going, ah! He reaches out and pats her. Momi says, you know, that rage is not a good color on you.
I love
Rage
her.
isn't a color, dumbass!
I love her, and I'm glad for keeping her.
She's not a very nice person if you haven't noticed.
No, I'm not. I'm an asshole.
Zero, they lose their power. Like, they don't vanish, but, like, the radiation from them disappears. That's basically how they work.
The question was about stones.
Yeah, like, Zero was asking if the stones vanish when they're used, and basically the way I've decided that stones work is that, you know, what they are is, like, they are stones with, like, a lot of, you know, radiation power infused in them. That's essentially how they're described in Pokemon itself, like the games. So, essentially...
Does that mean that as a ghoul American, I can level up my Pokemon by rubbing their bellies?
No!
It was
No,
worth a
Hannah.
try.
Sadly, a specific kind of radiation is required.
Yes, it's a specific kind of radioactive energy. 50s science bullshit. So, yeah, basically, the way they work is the Pokemon comes into contact with it, absorbs all of that energy, and pours all of that energy into evolving, so that energy is taken away from the stone. So, yeah, the stone doesn't vanish, but its power does.
Does that mean Zazu can eat them?
Sure. Whoa, 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 I'm
Radioactive. Okay. I
Okay,
needed to
we're
get
done.
that. I needed to get that out of my system.
Yeah, Dahlia was typing lyrics in the Skype chat, so we were obligated to do that.
Yep.
Um,
I'm terrible.
It's fine. It's fine. I only forgive you because I am super into the postmodern jukebox cover of that song.
Yes.
That was a
real
very
now.
good cover, yes.
Yeah. Alright, so anyways, yeah, you return and you see Cadis playing airplane with Layla and sad comments about siblings and stuff like that. And Cadis squirms a bit to get down from Layla's legs.
She lets her down instantly.
Cadis bolts over to Spark and stands in front of her, like staring up at her attentively. And Spark obviously can't understand this, but she goes, "Can I play airplane with you this time?"
Spark is going to just reach down, pick up Cadis, and try to set Cadis on her head.
Aw.
This isn't what I was going for, but this is nice, I guess.
Aw.
And Eggsy has become super jealous and is like, I want to be on there too. And is like trying to hop up on top of Spark. It's like, Eggsy, you can't do this anymore.
Layla holds out her arms to Eggsy. Eggsy, come be an airplane.
And Eggsy bounds over to Layla. And instead of, being, graceful and trying to do this, he kind of just flops on top of Layla's stomach instead of...
Okay.
It's like, Eggsy!
You know that thing where a really big dog thinks they're small and then they just jump on top of you when you're lying down?
It's fine. I've dropped Dusty on myself before.
Oh, God.
Oof.
And she picks up Eggsy and gives him an airplane ride.
Aww.
Andrea, did you get my message?
Yes, I saw it. Spark is then going to lift Cadis off of her head and carry over, lay down next to Layla, and then do airplane with Cadis.
Yes! Double airplane!
Once Cadis is up, she spreads her forepaws forward and her back paws back. So she is Superman.
I can't handle
Aww.
this. It's too cute.
Leilani smiles and glances at Iolana and says, "Why did we never do this?" And you can tell he's being a bit facetious, and Iolana just says, because I'm already an airplane, dipshit."
I just thought you were a ball of cotton.
Cadis looks
Leilani
up.
just laughs and gently headbutts her.
Cadis looks up at Iolana and says, "That's not very nice."
No, it's not.
She shrinks a little bit.
Iolana, be
No.
nice to Cadis. She's shy.
Don't talk to my little sister like that.
Yeah.
That is my version of nice.
Be nicer than your version of nice.
Sprig, meanwhile, is trying to give Hodge an
Well, I'll
airplane
just
ride
fucking leave the room then.
with mixed success.
And Iolana actually does just fucking leave the room then.
Oh, God.
Sprig doesn't actually complain,
That's fair.
although she is busy trying to figure out how to give Hodge an airplane ride. Mostly involves her kind of launching him into the air with her feet.
Iolana
Drop
leaves
kick.
the room. Iolana leaves the room to look for the rock.
Actually, yes.
I'm gonna find
Does
a
she-
rock that will show you.
She
Does-
doesn't know what a sunstone looks like, so she's just gonna go to the market and see what she can find. And
Okay.
I'm rolling stealth for this.
Okay.
Suddenly,
Oh,
at
no.
some point, 10 or 15 minutes from now, Leilani's going to look around and go, "Where's Layla? Where's... No, not Leilani. Where's Iolana? Where's
Okay.
my Pokemon?"
Okay.
She's the greatest good he's ever gonna get.
I'm more thinking, where's that Pokemon? It's not in this room!
Okay, so stealth.
Yeah, that was a bit shitty. 15.
Yeah, 15's not too bad. Most people don't seem to notice you. Well,
Okay.
Iolana. As you are drifting through the marketplace, you pass by one store, and it has Stone Emporium, a sign over it. Yeah, a sign that says Stone Emporium over it. And even if you didn't see those words over it, presumably Iolana kind of knows how to read at least a little bit. Even if Iolana did not see those words, she feels drawn to something inside that store.
Iolana is going to just squint up at the words and slowly read them because she can read, but not very well. And then she just slips inside and tries to keep to the shadows and look like a mildew on the wall and stuff.
Good. Okay, as you get closer and closer, this feeling gets stronger and stronger. You feel, the closer you get to it, the more drawn to it you feel, and the harder it is for her to break away.
She is just, presumably there's what does the inside of the store look like?
It's basically, it's a small store. It's got the counter. It looks like a jewelry shop, except instead of rings and stuff and necklaces being on display, it's different types of evolutionary items.
Mm-hmm. She just floats closer and closer and presses herself against the glass, looking at it.
Yeah, it is a sunstone, and it is calling to you.
Holy shit, I want that.
Iolana gets arrested.
That's a very real possibility right now.
Iolana is channeling everyone who just saw the Steam Summer Sale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now, if you want her to resist the urge to take this stone, she is going...
No, she's not going to.
Oh, God. Oh,
I
dear
wish
God.
she would, but she won't.
Oh, dear God.
Psst. Psst.
What?
What I put in the chat.
Start Sableye on the counter. I'm gonna say, just at that suggestion, there's a little Sableye sitting there. And he looks down and he sees Iolana, and he just grins. And Sableye had these razor sharp teeth. He grins at Iolana, but then he looks up again, not doing anything about it.
Iolana looks uncomfortable with that.
Is she gonna roll to resist now?
No.
Oh my God, Iolana, no.
Iolana has Infiltrator, so if this thing is even a little bit not airtight, she can squeeze her way in.
Okay. She squeezes her way in.
And she's going to grab the Sunstone and hold it.
Iolana starts evolving.
Dun, 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 dun. Does anything stop her?
Nope. In fact, I think it's a mechanic in the games that once you start evolving by stone, you can't stop, unlike other forms of evolution.
Then Iolana glows bright enough to light up the whole store, and then transforms it into a Whimsicott, and she just looks at herself. Holy shit, I have arms and legs!
Okay, question.
Yeah?
Didn't she just come falling gracelessly out of the sky?
The owner is not paying attention at all, but then the room started glowing, and he just bolts, and he's watching wide-eyed.
Iolana realizes she's being looked at, and oh shit. And she's going to haul ass.
The Sableye, once you get out, grabs you and catches you and holds you up to his owner.
Ah! Iolana is going to use Fairy Wind on the Sableye.
It hisses in pain and staggers back, but the owner of the shop grabs Iolana.
She's then going to use Razor Leaf on the owner.
He gets cut up pretty bad, but he's pissed enough that he holds on.
Can I say I see this?
Sure. Like you see a commotion going on in the stone shop through the window. You're not sure what's going on.
I wish
You zarged, or rather, I zarged a little. What's up with the owner?
Like the owner, when she uses Razor Leaf, like he is visibly in pain from this, but he is too angry to let go of you.
She's then going to use her shiny new horns to headbutt him.
Oh my god! He holds you out and he's like, "Oh no, you don't." And he goes, "All right, who's your trainer?" The Sableye looks up at you, and he goes, "Hey kid, you better tell him who your trainer is." Eli?
Zarged again. Fuck, sorry.
It's cool. There's the gif of Iolana again. Also, that Sableye gif is insanely creepy. Well done. That is the Sableye in this store.
Let me see the gif.
Here. I'll see if I can open it.
Oh, what's happening to this Iolana? I'm really sorry about Zarg.
So, she blew a raspberry at the owner, and the Sableye looks up at her and says, "Hey kid, you better tell him."
Can I walk in?
No! And Iolana's going to use Stun Spore on both the owner and the Sableye.
At this point, Quinn does walk in.
The hell?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, because I get the names mixed up. What's the name of the Pokemon again?
Iolana.
Iolana, what are you doing?
Iolana, are these assholes paralyzed?
Roll for it.
Okay.
What would a pass be?
A pass, I've got, Stun Spore's AC is 6, so anything over 6 plus their speed or special evasion.
Okay. Anything over 6 hits. Got it. Alright,
Yes.
that hits. Yep,
And
that hits.
after that,
Sorry, what's the
Zarg.
What's the clicking noise?
Yeah, someone's clicking.
Like it kind of goes.
I just unmuted, so.
It wouldn't have been you then. I can still hear it. Click, click.
Yeah, that's...
not sure how much I can help it, sorry.
Oh, is it from your end? No, I was just kind of wondering what it was, I suppose.
Oh, I guess trackpad clicking. Okay.
Yeah, trackpad.
Yeah.
Well, so what does Iolana do?
She is then going to, use Cotton Spore. So she just uses that to fill the entire room with slow.
With Zarg.
With Zarg.
Quinn's gonna close the door so she can't get out, and then try and stop her.
I mean, if we're being honest, she did effectively, fill the room with Zarg.
Yes.
Considering what Cotton Spore and Stun Spore do.
Mm-hmm.
What does Conspo do exactly?
It slows. I think it lowers her speed.
Is that a 2-hit? Because Quinn might be affected.
Yeah, Eli, if you're still able
Nope.
to... Nope. Okay. Okay, let's say... I'll give Eli a chance to roll for it.
What is it? Special? It's special, right?
I think it is special.
So the AC was 2. Uh,
And then plus your special evasion.
yeah. Which to get above a 4. Oi.
Alright, so
I'm not sure who it is, but we've got a little bit of mic breathing, so just to be aware of.
Oh, that might be sorry. I'll
That's
mute.
okay. Sorry, I think I'm just a bit more sensitive to noises again today. Sorry about that, guys.
that's
Which
fine.
one am I
That's
rolling
fine.
for?
Cotton spore.
Okay. Cotton Spore, it has an AC of 2, so if I
Yeah.
get a 2 or a 1, I'll miss.
Okay.
So I'll be affected by the slow, most likely. But I'm
Shit.
not affected by the
Well-
stun.
Alright, yeah,
Oh.
you missed the cotton spore. So they're unaffected. The guy and the Sableye are paralyzed, but they are not slowed by cotton spore, nor is Quinn. And you said as soon as she's laid down the cotton, she's rolling stealth and getting out. So roll stealth. Quinn, roll perception to counter that.
May I roll my new stealth?
Yes.
I'll need a moment to get my new stealth.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, Quinn will roll his perception.
Do.
Sorry, this will take a second.
That's fine. I could pull it up, actually.
Oh, that would be helpful, actually.
Yeah, it might be a bit quicker.
Oh, good God, no! I'm gonna re-roll that.
You can
What-
re-roll things?
What ability do you have to re-roll things, Hunter?
It is called Skill Monkey, I think. Hold on, let me find it.
Yes, it is, because I have the same
Skill
skill.
Monkey. 3 times a day, I can make a skill check effect. I may re-roll the triggered skill effect with a +2 bonus, taking the new result.
Okay, I'll accept that then.
And I can only do it once per specific roll.
Okay.
So, 16.
16. Okay, so yeah, Iolana has to beat a 16.
Alright, give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'm looking for Whimsicott now. Okay, Whimsicott stealth is 5d6 plus 3.
Awesome.
Oh, Jesus. I'm screwed.
Most likely. Yep.
That's a 19.
Yep. So, the cotton spore doesn't slow you down, but it still clouds the room a lot. So, Iolana, being cotton herself, easily slips by you, and you hear the door shut behind you, open and shut behind you as she slips out.
And Iolana's gonna fly the heck back to the Hardigan Lamont family, doing her best to just look like a dust cloud. And then, as soon as she's inside, she flies to Leilani, who says, "Wait, what the? Iolana? Is that?" And then she just grabs her Pokeball and pulls herself into it.
Can Iolana still fly?
Oh god.
She can
Yes.
she can drift and control her drift a bit, like not to the same extent as she could as a Cottony, but yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Iolana's now in the Pokeball, and Leilani just says, "You all saw that, right?"
Layla looks up, really confused. Why is Iolana... Oh no. And she puts down Eggsy and stands up. Leilani, we're going to be in a bit of trouble.
Aaron lifts up her head, looks over, and just says, "You're a fucking train wreck, you know that?" And goes back to sleep.
Iolana is in her Pokeball and doesn't hear this.
Okay.
Aaron will leave a note.
She's just gonna... Layla is just gonna... Does anyone know how much an evolution stone costs?
No.
Obviously you
Spark
don't,
Shark shakes her
Leilani.
head.
What did Spark
Come
say?
on, we'll go. No, but the best bet would be going to find out. And she starts walking towards the door, grabs Leilani by the ear, and starts pulling him towards the store.
I am sorry.
What would I roll to guess at what an evolution stone should cost?
I'm gonna say, let me have a look. Excuse me. Either intuition or general education.
Okay. I can't actually remember which one of those is better for me. Yeah. I can't remember because they're the same.
Fair enough.
14.
You're gonna, like, basically the way I'm doing this is, like, the higher you rolled, the more narrow the range you would guess is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say that you think it could be anywhere from between 500. You think it could be anywhere from 500 to 2,000 as far as you're concerned.
Well, we're hosed.
Leilani grabs some of the Pokeblocks as he's being pulled away.
And can we do a scene inside the
shop? Yes.
shop?
And I'll say when Spark and Leilani enter.
Oh, Leilani's going
okay.
with too.
Fair enough.
Layla, you mean?
I was doing so well. Layla is going with too. She's leaving Sprig in charge.
Sprig. Oh God, Sprig. Hodge is sitting on Sprig's head, trying to look in charge instead.
Sprig is not aware of this because he's on her head.
And he says, "Okay, everyone, listen up. No more stealing stuff, okay?"
And this goes for you too, humans.
He is indeed directing that at all the Pokemon and all the humans.
God. At some point, just like the sisters Pokemon are gonna come in and be like, "What? What is going on? What have we let into our house?"
Hodge says, "Okay, don't steal stuff. Do we all get that?"
From it down below, Capono says, "Apparently not."
And
Hodge, I'm in charge. Okay, what Hodge said.
Eggsy is just looking at Hodge, like he's just slowly peered up behind Hodge and then just pokes his back with his nose.
Hodge whirls around, and Hodge goes, "Hey, don't touch the bottle."
Hey, I'm walking here.
Don't touch the merchandise. Specifically the Poke-Cola merchandise.
Eggsy just like all of a sudden his paw just comes down and touches like kind of like right the tiny little area between where the bottle ends, where like the bottle and the hat are like right here. He just touches right here.
And Hodge stares at him, and he's like, "I'm part of the bottle."
Baby.
And now Eggsy's paw is just slightly hovering above Hodge.
Be nice to
Don't
my
you
little brother.
And Hodge puts his claws on his hat, and he's like, "Don't touch my hat!"
I'm not touching you.
Yes, Eggsy in fact does say that. I'm not touching you.
Eggsy, be nice to my little brother.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just not touching him.
All of a sudden, you feel Cadus leaning up against you. Eggsy, I mean.
Eggsy turns around to look at Cadus.
That's not nice, Eggsy. You shouldn't pick on people like that.
Okay. And he just kind of flops next to Sprig.
I might have a link for this.
Sprig flops also.
Cadus flops next to Eggsy. She's just like, "Oh, is this how we do it? Okay, I need to fit in."
Good. To really fit in, she should be on Eggsy's head, then she can match Hodge.
Well, I'm gonna do that. She looks up and sees Hodge and looks at Sprig then looks at Eggsy, climbs on Eggsy's back, walks up to Eggsy's head and flops on his head.
Sprig has a moment of quiet contemplation, then goes,
Where's the baby?
What did she say?
"Where's the baby?"
Plo
And then
toddles.
Eggsy just jolts up and immediately starts looking around like, where's my baby brother?
Plo, you see him in the kitchen, toddling around in circles, while Peep is up in the air, flying around in circles. So Plo is trying to catch Peep, but he cannot because he is on the ground.
Good.
Eggsy's gonna try to scoot out from under Cadus, go and just kind of pick Plo up with his head so Plo can be taller.
Oh.
Plo, once Plo is taller, cause Cadus is still on Eggsy's head because she's not letting go.
Yeah.
So he basically scoops Plo onto Cadus, and then stands up. And once Plo is tall enough, Peep, not realizing this is happening, flies right into Plo, and Plo boops him and says, "Tag!"
Yes! Playing the long game!
This is so
I forgot Plo was still it! Good. Good.
Plo was, in fact, still it.
Worth it.
Peep looks very indignant, huffs, and flies off.
Well, he's never gonna stop being it with that attitude.
Eggsy will then try to be very careful in balancing his little siblings back over to where Sprig and Hodge are.
Poke stack.
They are a stack. all across town, we hear Spark scream, "Eggsy, don't stack your brother!"
Oops.
And speaking of across town, meanwhile, we wanted to do that scene for Hunter.
Yes.
Before the other two walk in.
3.
3. Yes. Sorry. So
Quinn will attempt to air out the place and try and help them get unstunned. I don't know how this would work.
there are different methods. Eventually, it does kind of wear off on its own. Not entirely, but yeah. And so, the man sits down in his chair, and his Sableye is standing next to him. And he is, coughing, and, he is very angry.
I would imagine. I am so sorry.
Oh, where'd she go?
I don't know.
And he sighs and he rubs at his temple. And he goes, "Oh God, that's..." Oh, I just lost so much money with that.
I'm sorry. I can give you what I have, but that's all I have.
Are you her trainer?
No, I know who she belongs to, and I can guarantee you I have more caps than they do.
No. I want to talk to that asshole.
Yeah, no, I trust me, it was the Pokemon, not the trainer. Look, I wanna... Look, if I can just... Before this all gets way too out of hand, let me just try and pay what I can, and hopefully that'll smooth some things over. I'm gonna use Guile to try and lower the price.
Go ahead. You can roll.
That is a 20. That's actually
pretty
it's good, but it's a bad roll for what I have.
Yeah, he is glaring at you a bit, and he sighs, and he goes, "Look, I don't think you're gonna be able to afford it, man. Stones were rare back in the day, but nowadays they're pretty valuable. I don't know if you'll be able to pay this."
You know, I was coming in here to buy a stone anyway, and now I have to buy this one instead, and now...
How did you know, Dally?
What? What did Dally do?
She shouted, "Side quest!"
We need to go on a quest to find this guy's stones. That's not what I meant, and you know
Yes,
it.
it is. It's what you meant. It's totally what you meant.
We should go on a side quest to replace this guy's sunstone that we took.
So we needed to give him a new set of sparkly jewels.
With the guile roll, what do I, what's the price?
Well, do you ask him what the price is?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Along with the guile roll, trying to be, like, buying it down as far as I can.
He sighs and he goes, "Well, to..."
How does one gold piece sound? It's 2,000 caps. Okay,
Two
two gold pieces.
2 copper pieces.
How much does he say?
He sighs and he goes, "Well, I'd like to make a profit, but at this point I'd just like to be able to have my money back, so that'd be 750 caps."
Out of character, that includes the guile roll?
Yes.
Damn.
Without it probably would have been 1,000.
Yes, without it would have been 1,000.
Damn it.
We can't afford that. We have 100 each at most.
No, I have 320.
Ah, guard work.
No.
I actually have some plans.
Did I get paid for guard work?
Yes. You
How
now
much?
have a total of 500 caps.
I'd also like
Yes!
I'd also like to point out that Hannah made like 200 caps or something from her mini session, but I might be misremembering.
Oh, that's true.
You're
Wait,
not
wait.
misremembering. I still have it.
Good.
Right.
Question. Is that 170 caps normally? Like, for a good,
It's-
8 hours worth of work is 170 caps?
Yeah, I'm gonna say like they're paying you by the hour, so it totaled up to 170.
Can I roll guile to try and squeeze a bit more out of that?
Yeah. Like
What?
in retroactively.
Yeah, 24.
24. So you end up with
20 more?
no, I'm gonna say 50 more.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm almost there. I have 550 caps.
Just
I
tell
have
me when,
14.
tell me when Leilani comes in.
Okay,
No,
so-
when he says 750, he just sighs.
Yeah, son, I know it's a lot
At
of
which point
caps,
does-
and like before he can finish talking, he gets interrupted by Spark and Layla dragging Leilani in.
Oh, great.
Hi.
Yes, please clean
Spark
up your
just
mess.
kind of
I was
throws
attempting to help.
Leilani in front of the dude.
Leilani stands shivering for a moment and then just starts sobbing. "I'm so sorry for what she did. I should have kept a better eye on her, I know. And please don't hurt Iolana. I'll do anything you need to pay it back."
He's staring at you.
His Pokemon.
And-
Leilani takes out his 100 caps along with all of his various Healy items, his 5 potions, and the portable grower with a full oranberry plant in it.
He holds up a hand and he goes, "Listen, son. Perhaps we can make this work for both of us."
Yes, sir.
How did you know it was going to be a side quest?
Side quest. I'm a
That's what this session was, to get you set on a side quest.
I'm a happy Dally.
like everyone in the stream chat's all like, this session is for Iolana to evolve, and I'm just like, nope, it's to set him off on a side quest. But Iolana evolving did help. See, what I was expecting was, like, if you guys just went around and, like, talked to people, like, eventually, you know, you'd just get sent on your way, like, being like, oh, yeah, this will get you some caps, but honestly, Iolana stealing shit works great.
It's those times where the player's misdeeds just play into the DM's hands.
She has a naughty nature. This is perfectly in character.
Actually,
yeah, and it worked out great.
Actually,
believe me, it worked out great.
Yeah, no, sorry, Dolbert brings up a good question. Why is Quinn wanting to buy an evolution stone?
Okay, so Riolu normally evolves with happiness, but this is a fusion. It is a Riolu and a Litwick, and Litwick reaches its final evolution with the Dusk Stone.
Oh, I see.
So since she took so many things, like so much of her physicality besides her coloration and a few details from the Riolu, I decided to give her a little bit more from the Litwick line.
And the way I justified Quinn kind of figuring out was, there's no way that she's going to evolve from happiness at all.
Yeah, and not to mention, like, yeah,
he was trying to see if this guy had some way of, like, making her evolve with the stone and being like, okay, cool, now she can evolve with a stone, and then get a stone.
So basically what had happened, like, so besides the whole wanting to give her more Litwick trait things, I basically, from a practical standpoint, all starters start out with max loyalty, and loyalty is what friendliness and happiness translates from.
Fair. Yeah.
So I was like, then she'd evolve immediately, and that doesn't seem right to me,
Nope.
so I'm gonna make it Duskstone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah. So anyways, yeah, so this guy looks at Leilani and he sighs and he goes, listen, my brother runs the tech shop around here, and he has been looking for some good pre-war tech, if there's any left. And you can say no, this is pretty dangerous. I know I'm asking you a lot, but if you can go to the Pokemon lab north of, and he's like thinking for a moment, and he goes, Gadion Port, I believe. If you can go to that Pokemon lab and just salvage, whatever tech you can find there, I'll forgive the debt.
I absolutely can, sir. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry for what happened.
What's your brother look like?
Can I ask why you ask, Hunter?
Because I want to know if this is the same guy that I sold the information about the pre-war tech of the Vutterbuds to.
He does not match the description.
Okay, never mind then.
Does he look the exact same as the guy selling the stones?
No, that's cousins.
It's like that episode of Avatar. That's my brother, Doc!
I was thinking more Nurse Joy, Officer Jenny.
Oh my god. My first thought was Avatar, like where he takes off one hat and puts on a new one. Hi, I'm Doc!
We just saw you do it. You just put on a different hat and called yourself by a different name. No, I don't do that. You know who does do that? My brother Doc. He's kind of nutty.
Easy. Oh god. And so he sighs and he goes, basically, if you go there, like, I mean, I'm not gonna ask for everything that you find or whatever, but, like, just bring whatever you find back to me and I'll take whatever's appropriate in exchange.
Leilani nods, wiping his eyes.
And
yes, sir.
Thank
you very much, sir.
We can all go with you, Leilani. We need to, get some practice going out in the world and doing this kind of thing if we're gonna do things.
I would prefer that greatly, yes.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna, let you go out on your own. I mean, seriously. Seriously, Leilani.
Leilani looks at all his crap that he's piled on the table and says, do you still want these?
No, that stuff's yours, son. Like I said, it's not entirely your fault. So.
Oh, that reminds me. Leilani puts all his stuff away, then pulls out Iolana's Pokeball and lets her out, and Iolana just blanches, and Leilani grabs her by the horns and says, Iolana, apologize right now!
What's she do?
Iolana looks like she's going to puke. And Leilani's just holding her up in the guy's face, and she just, with a look like a cat hawking up a hairball, says what the Pokemon understand is, sorry.
The Sableye grins and wanders off.
Satisfactory.
What'd you say, Hunter?
Satisfactory. It's just enough to be like, yeah, okay, fine.
And the man says, I'll take that as a sorry, I guess.
Yes, it was. She's just being an asshole about it. We are going to have words about this, Iolana.
Words with capital
You look
letters
wonderful, but we are going to have words.
And he sighs, waves a hand, and he stands up and he goes, well, I'm gonna get some healer for that powder she sprayed on us.
He did what?
So
yeah.
rude.
It was like the stun spore, I think it was.
Layla winces.
Leilani glares at Iolana and says, not cool, Iolana.
Not cool.
Did Jolene come?
Yeah.
Okay. So Jolene is there, present but quiet. And they seem after a few minutes to be feeling better. And he sighs and he goes, oh, that's a bit better. I hate that stuff. It makes you all stiff and ugh.
Well, yes, that's what it's for.
I mean, yeah, but that's why I hate it. So.
That's reasonable, I suppose.
Anyway. Yeah, if you guys just find some of that tech, I'll forgive you for taking my stone.
Leilani takes off his, Pipdex and says, could you please add it to the map?
He does, and, shit, I don't have a new ore map that you all can see right now.
Hang on.
Alright.
It's literally, on the map that I have given you, it is the Pokemon HQ lab that he is marking.
Sweet.
There it is. Thanks, Andrea.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I admit I was kind of hoping it would be Dr. Kaminko's, but that can come later.
Yeah, that'll come later.
Oh
I have
dear,
plans.
that will come later.
I have plans for the HQ lab. Let me just say you guys are gonna hit your first boss fight there.
Oh
man.
dear.
So
But,
we're not going to Kaminko's lab, and we're not going to HQ lab. It's a different lab.
No, it's HQ.
No, we're going
Oh, it is
to
HQ.
lab.
Oh, it is HQ lab. That's
Yeah.
fine. Everything's fine.
Yep. Have fun, guys. But
Leilani
anyway,
just says, ah. And he just takes Iolana by the horns and shakes her a bit.
Question, what time of day is it?
it's I'm gonna say about afternoon by now.
Do you guys want to get on the road now, or do you want to wait till tomorrow to head?
It would probably be best to wait for tomorrow. At the very least, that would give me time to get used to this.
Right. We can leave in the morning then.
Yeah, start out fresh tomorrow. Hey, Spark, you can have my bed tonight if you like. I ended up sharing with Madge last night.
No, it's fine. I'll be fine.
Alright. Oh, you're probably old enough that you don't like sharing your room with little kids. I get that.
No, it's fine. Besides, I can just sleep downstairs with Jake.
Okay, yeah, you should.
Leilani blanches a bit.
Yeah, we should probably get back and check on him. I mean, I know, like, I think, did Lyra or Cicely, like, leave to go to work or something today, or are they both just still home?
Cicely went out to work. Lyra took the day off to make sure Jake's okay.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
Jake should be okay. I think Mom stayed home to look after him, so.
Okay, so we'll rest up, and then leave out in the morning.
Should we get Jake to come with us, or should we leave him here?
It might be best to leave him here.
We should probably...
Would your mothers be able to take care of him?
I think so, but we should probably talk to Jake and my mothers just to kind of, make sure it's all okay. Hey, we should get Quinn? Can you do that thing that you did to Spark to disguise Jake's scent?
I can do both. Just give me a minute. And Quinn will start working on Jake.
We're heading home, aren't we?
Yeah.
Leilani says to Leilani says to Quinn, I'm sorry.
Why?
Because you had to deal with that.
I didn't spend any money.
Yes, but still, I don't like being a problem.
33 survival to mask his scent, and a 26 to disguise Jake.
You do a good job.
When Leilani says, I don't like to be a bother, Iolana just headbutts him like, shut up.
Once you return home, by the way, Capono just kind of looks at Iolana and says, what did we learn?
Can Hodge just be raising his claw and going, I know.
Yes, he can.
Good.
Did she say shut up?
Yes.
And he goes, I don't think that's what we learned today.
Aaron looks up and says, well, technically, we learned that if we steal, it'll work out for us. And goes back to sleep.
Yeah, it worked out just fine. We've just got to do a side quest, that's all. And we were going to train anyway. Big fucking whoop.
Iolana!
And
I don't think that's the way to look at all this.
Look at me. I'm amazing.
God fucking damn it.
Is Iolana floating or is Iolana on the ground?
She's hopping up and down repeatedly because she can't float anymore and she's not used to that. But she sort of moves like she's on the moon.
Eggsy look like you're on the ground now, and then just kind of like immediately runs up and gets in her face.
Ah! And she uses fairy wind to blow herself into the air.
Good.
Sprig is pouting. Layla sees this
then
and
run.
picks her
Shut up! You can get a rock.
No, I can't because rocks are expensive.
Eggsy runs over to Sprig, uses his head to launch Sprig up in the air.
Sprig kind of launches up and kind of turns around in the air, just kind of nonplussed. That just kind of lands.
Just wee.
She's just still pouting with the unfairness of Iolana breaking the rules and getting to evolve. So she just waddles over and plops herself down on the couch, and Layla just sits down and pulls her onto her lap and cuddles her.
Oh.
Zazu very quietly edges over with her back to the wall and drops a completely normal rock, but she's trying, next to Sprig, and then skitters away.
Baby!
Yes! Yes, I approve of this.
Sprig kind of looks down, and for a moment you can see she's going to kind of say, not that kind of rock, but then she just kind of like, it's Zazu. Zazu just gave her something, and she's like, oh. And she picks it up, and she just holds it. With her feet, because she has no hands.
When Zazu sees that it is not doing anything, she runs over, grabs the rock, eats it, and then runs back to her corner.
Thank you anyway.
It was almost a nice moment.
It was a nice moment, but then it didn't work. So she was she's like, well, if you're not getting any use out of it, I will. Anyways.
Iolana says, life lesson, Sprig. Shit's not fair. But... And she actually looks a little guilty. And she says, but... I'll see what I can do to get you one of those, alright?
No, I don't want you to steal another one. We're just gonna get in more trouble.
I didn't say I was gonna steal one, jeez. I
You
meant
implied
to try
it.
and... What?
You implied it.
I meant that I was going to get caps, you dumb butts.
And Zazu goes, so you're gonna steal caps?
Maybe. I haven't decided yet.
And she goes,
Just don't steal stuff in front of Jolene. She doesn't like it.
Right, I won't. Jeez. I don't care where I get them, but I'll try to get them legitimately for you. Or I'll only steal from people who are assholes. How about that?
Sprig is just still sulking. She snuggles into Layla.
Cadis wanders up, not making eye contact with anyone, and she goes, Can we steal from the mean man?
Yes.
We already did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
That's why you're here.
yeah, she has a point.
Yeah, none of you complained about stealing Cadis.
That's because the big fire human is really, really evil.
Cadis,
How do
when
we know
she
this guy wasn't, huh? Maybe
When-
I was just being preemptive.
when she hears that she was stolen, Cadis shrinks a lot and goes and hides under the couch.
Oh no.
Sprig,
Eggsy immediately goes to comfort his little sister.
Cadis.
The point is, fine, I'll only steal from dickheads if that'll make you all happy.
Sprig is taking her sulking to a new level. She is trying to fit herself into Layla's overalls again. Now, this worked fine when she was an oddpole, but now that she is a silkloom, it doesn't work quite so well.
Good.
So Layla basically has a very large ball-shaped bulge in the front of her overalls, and is just kind of going, Sprig? Okay. And she just pats her.
Iolana just rolls her eyes and just sulks in her own corner, which, noted, is on the ceiling.
Eggsy is trying to get onto the couch to comfort Cadis.
If
But does that fit?
Iolana is on the ceiling above Zazu, Zazu looks up at Iolana and
I don't want your crummy rock!
How do I know that?
Is Sarah still sleeping?
I eat the
Oh, yeah.
sun, you dumbass!
How do I know that?
Because I'm a grass type!
Prove it!
She fires a razor leaf over Zazu's head.
Zazu screams. Because she is rock and ground.
There's your proof!
Zazu is now ducking and covering in the corner.
Exy's butt is sticking out from under the couch as he is trying to comfort Cadus.
Oh.
Cadus leans forward a bit and kisses Eggsy on the nose.
Aww.
Cadus,
Mm.
I think I'm stuck.
Oh no! And she bumps him with her head a few times.
The couch just kind of moves with Eggsy.
Yeah, you see the you guys, you humans see the couch bumping a little bit.
Layla just kind of grimaces, gets up, still with a sprig down her front, and picks up the sofa slightly to let Eggsy out.
He just kind of like flops backwards out from underneath the couch and is just like,
I thought I was gonna be stuck there for a while.
Just remember, Eggsy, you're not a little potato anymore. You're a big potato.
Once the couch is lifted and Eggsy pulls out, Cadus sprints out and tackles Eggsy.
Yeah!
Does she actually know tackle?
No,
She does not deal damage to her brother.
she does not hurt her brother.
Okay.
Cadus!
3 words to sum up this session. Iolana done goofed.
I thought it was Iolana got stoned.
Oh
That was the one that got said earlier, yes.
Anyways. So, let's see. We have been streaming for 3 hours and 21 minutes. I know. Well, I was gonna check with Hannah because I know she'd prefer that they be shorter. So, would you prefer to call it now, Hannah, or can we go on a little longer?
I'd prefer to call it now, but I don't want to ruin everyone else's fun.
We're fine.
I'm pretty happy to call it now as well. I think this is a good stopping point.
Yeah, this is a good stopping point. That's why I asked. So
that way we can just pick up
Just
walking
checking,
tomorrow.
Is Iolana too much of a dick?
she's doing fine now.
She is a
Like,
dick, but
She's a dick, but not unbearably.
Okay, good.
Before we go, Jolene tosses a newly finished sweater to Jake and says, "Try this one, kid. You'll be harder to hit next time." And then leaves.
It is, in fact, a bulletproof sweater.
good.
Yay!
Where
That's
is
what
this old lady finding Kevlar?
That's what she went out to buy the ballistic material earlier.
I will point out Spark is going to probably, once everyone gets closer to bed, is going to work more on the thing.
Hold on. Jury just pointed something out, and I need to fix this. Alexandra Clamilton.
My name is
Thank you
Alexander
very much.
Clamilton.
We went so long!
Anyway,
God damn it, Jury!
0 days since our last nonsense.
We went an entire session. I've been saying Aaron Burser for the entire day. Well, we went so long without one.
thank you, Dally, for streaming. Thank you, Bucky, for all the DMing except that last part. And thank you all for playing with me.
Except that last part. What do you mean, except that last part?
You know damn well what I mean.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us. Everyone, take care and good night.